What's up?
See, I would rather own that I know that could possibly turn on me than own a rat terrier.
Right. We're gonna move this over, Jefferson, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad as that, Mike Cameron. Bad as
I'll definitely be there.
Here comes the party.
Bye.
We'll see you over.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys can't see me wave my hand, but bye.
Let me go. Let me go. Poof. All right. Copied. This. Come down here. Set post. Say ink. Ink. Bottle of ink. If you fall down, then you will stink. Sweet. And then if this thing doesn't keep charging, then we can go onto the phone. Bink a bottle of ink. There we go. Wow. This is just fluffed out. Nice, Cam. Hey, Cam, you want to come up? So how's it going, Gandalf? It's raining here. It's raining and pouring.
Jeffrey Allen is snoring.
Yup.
What up? Long time no see, motherfuckers.
Right? Look how fluffy my beard looks.
Very fluffy. Is this as fluffy as me hair? Hold up, let's compare.
It's a fluffy. That's poofy.
Almost.
That's poo. That's like Hiroshima shit right there.
Vavoom!
Yeah, that's some Hiroshima hair. Call that.
Oh, man. So today was cool. Cause it was, I told you guys I was going down to go do work at the church. And I wasn't sure what I volunteered for. So I get down there, and I know that we already set up the tables earlier this week. What's up, Randall? And so then I go and get there, and I show up, and I park around back, and I find Jay, and he's like, "Come on, let's go eat." And it's like, okay. So we go and get food, which they made these stuffed pork loins with apple, cranberry, rosemary, and something else in there. And oh my God, that was to die for. That was good shit. So when it was all done and over with, because when we got done eating, we ran out and took off to go unload the truck. So I ran the forklift today, which was cool. And
yeah.
I took this one pallet. I was like, I got this. And Jay's like, you sure? I said, yeah, I got this. Dude, you could feel the back tires coming up off the ground like this.
Right.
And so I'm bringing the load back to me and everything. And Jay's just like, his eyes are getting kind of big. And it's like, bro, I got this. I said, "This is some dirt digger stuff." What up, Red?
What up, Red? Hello, Randall. Hello, Maria. Beautiful. Hi, Cam. Hey, Gandalf.
And so we unloaded the truck. I ended up coming home with TP, paper towels, Clorox wipes, um, a whole pork loin, um, yeah, another pork chop, and a bunch of other stuff. So that was cool. But I told them about what Callie said, and they gave me the lady gave me a shirt.
Who
When
gave Who gave you a shirt?
the one of the heads of, or the lady that was organizing this convoy of hope, and they were teaching other churches about it, and I kind of laughed because I was telling the lady that was running it, I was like, "Yeah," I said, "it was cool last time Ray was up here." I said it was neat when we saw Ray and Willows, on like a Wednesday, and then
Mhm.
Thursday we see Ray back up here in town, and then he was headed down to L.A. Well, I posted the picture of the truck and trailer on Instagram, and Callie said that that's something that they need down there, and I was like, well, that's funny that you say that because he's on his way Friday, so he should be
Okay.
down there by Saturday. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." Said that's kind of funny how shit works. What up,
Right on.
Backlash?
What's up, Backlash? Stop masturbating, Willie. We need to see a hand check. I hear it.
Well, then, heck, I'm gonna go like this too.
Chicken nuggets on that motherfucking plate. Just kidding. Is that gold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because that's not what everybody else says it looks like. Everybody else says it looks like a sumo wrestler getting head by a teddy bear.
Oh my god. I mean, I could see it, but it looks like gold or chicken nuggets.
It's gold.
Is gold. I got to see a
Yep.
badass fucking car yesterday. Oh, it was sexy. It was a 77 Camaro.
I get to see those all the time.
I bet you do.
Uh
You got the
oh.
weather for it.
What the? What the? What the shit?
What the what? What the what?
We had a guest coming up, and then StreamYards kicked him off.
I think my brown tooth scared him away.
Shit.
I'm in a fucking silly fucking mood tonight in case y'all didn't catch on. Half a beer deep. Hey.
By the way, that wasn't my hand.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. He's trying to make Maria feel better.
Oh, damn. That sucks. Now, see, if he would have came up and I had my camera on, I could say it was my black tooth or my green tooth, which it don't even look green. It just looks white. That's crazy. Rhino, I don't know what happened. I went to add you to the stage and you disappeared. What up, Eric?
So when you coming back to Ohio, Jeffrey, or attempting to fucking get to fucking Ohio?
He ain't made it here yet.
I fucking corrected myself, motherfucker. Fucking stood corrected.
June's coming.
I'm
Eric,
coming
what's
home,
up? Cameron, Rhino, Backlash.
Eric. Let me
Ed,
drop down. Let
what's
me
up?
let me drop down for a minute and share you out, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I shared you out, Jeffrey.
I need to
I
get
can't
saved.
share you out, Jeffrey.
All right, Rhino.
They won't let me share you out.
Yeah, well,
They're bullies.
we know what they like.
Mm-hmm.
They like a little of this action. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah.
Just like that, huh?
Yep.
Ain't that how it's done? Just licking it.
What's up, Jack?
Oh, brown tooth, shiny face, welfare checks. Slappy slope Sam.
According to a certain
Just call
YouTuber,
me Bubba.
I'm just a brown tooth, shiny face, motherfucking welfare baby.
Sweet.
Yeah, embrace it.
Slappy slope Sam.
Cameron, is that how it's done? Yep.
Cam like the scram.
Fuck it.
Just call me Bubba.
Mm-hmm. Bubble
You
gum shrimp.
nibble nuts. That's who we need to clown.
Shall I play it on my banjo?
Yeah, buddy. I'm from
Okay.
them woods.
It's my
I've been
neighborhood.
through them woods and I made it. I'm just saying. I
We're
told
not
somebody that
kidding,
one
Real.
time, man. I was like, just remember, I can get lost in the woods in that of Adams County and come out alive. Can you do that?
Maybe.
No, I know you could, but this dude I was talking to one time, I knew he could. You said you put this motherfucker out there, he hear a banjo, that dude getting strung up
Squeal,
and
boy. Make you squeal
beat
like
up.
a pig.
Yeah,
Hey,
he gonna squeal like a pig.
Make you squeal
you
like
want
a
to know
pig.
something funny about
Uh-huh.
that? Is I got a buddy that uh is from West Virginia and Ohio, and
Mm-hmm.
he was telling me stories about stuff, and I was kind of laughing because
West
Red
Union?
and I already Red and I already talked about all that.
Yeah. You said
You
West
know,
Union, right?
West Virginia.
Oh, West
West
Virginia. Okay.
Virginia.
About the same difference. West Virginia and West Union, Ohio is about the same fucking place.
Yeah,
It really is, man.
yeah. Well,
They're all related.
Proctorville, Proctorville, and Huntington, and places around, and I was like, "Psst, that ain't even West Virginia, man."
Right. You in the city, boy. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you to them hollers, son. Holler at you real quick.
Right. Right. And Red and I were talking about that, and she's like, "Yeah, you could go to Daddy's with me and make it to
Right?
my daddy." She goes, "If you were riding with me, if you weren't, you would probably wouldn't make it up there."
Took 13 to get one.
That's the whole record.
But then I like the whole idea of, honestly, I think it's cool how some of the haulers are taken care of, because it's like you've got um places that are like, mom and dad's house might be at the back of the holler,
Right.
but at the front of the holler is all your brother, as it goes away, it's your brothers and sisters and cousins and aunts and uncles and, you know, to me that shit's dope if you could have all your family right close,
Right. You ever been
because then
down? Ashley, you
nobody'd
ever
be
been down in
fucking.
the holler where they can't hear you holler?
Well, that's the thing in other countries like Italy and shit and China and all that. They live together, then they will function together as a community. So
Oh yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
uncommon for families to remain together in one household.
We used to do that
Yep.
once upon a time.
Yep.
Yep.
Financially, you're better. Things get done around the house. Like everybody has a job. Like a task around the house. You could grow your own food.
Damn.
That's the spirit.
Y'all did.
Damn. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Maria. Fuck that.
Oh, dude, they put me up through all kinds of shit in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it took the nurse 2 tries to get the IV in her in the first place. And
Oh,
then the nurse came in like right, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes before they released her and had to get one more vial of blood, so she poked her in the other fucking arm. Fucking the blood pressure machine was leaking, so it was trying to fucking just cut her fucking arm in two because it kept pumping in extra air because of the fucking leak. So as far as we know, the fucking readings were right. He knew it was leaking the whole time. We didn't do nothing about it.
When
But
did you go to the hospital, Maria?
she just
huh?
got home.
Why
Yeah,
did I go?
you said
Oh,
why and
today?
when?
Did she go
Yeah,
today?
yeah,
Yeah, we just got back less than an hour. Well, about
maybe an hour ago now.
maybe a little over an hour before I went live. We got home.
Aw,
Maybe.
I'm glad you went
Yeah.
in.
But one of the times they checked her blood pressure, it was 219 over 192. Yeah,
That's not good.
right.
Damn, babe.
They didn't give her shit for that. They just gave her an IV of the fucking saline solution. They gave her antibiotic through IV and sent her prescriptions to Kroger's and sent her home.
Aw. Hugs,
Wow.
Maria. Maria's a fucking tough one, though, man. Maria, you're a G.
She's married to me. Y'all should have knew that.
Well, yeah, but, sometimes it's nice to hear. So shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
cunt.
Thank you, Ashley.
She just thinks about the
I,
fact
I
that she put
I
up.
try to tell people that all the time, and he don't listen to me.
Huh? Say something.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what'd you
Huh?
say? How what?
Did you see what Cameron said? He said it was because I don't go fishing anymore.
Yep.
That's why everything's bugging me.
Yeah, well,
Right?
that's what happens.
But
Women need the three F's just as bad as a man
I
does.
do still go fishing, just not as much as I used to.
They need the fishing, the fucking, and the food just like a man does.
Yep.
That's all right, Maria. You're gonna go fishing this summer. I told you. We're gonna fucking. I'll get some charcoal. We're gonna have some good fucking eats. Maybe a bottle. I might be a little tipsy before I meet you guys for a little bit of liquid courage. You know.
Girl, you don't need no liquid courage being around us.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
I'm actually fucking shy as fuck. Believe that or not.
Hey, you want to know
I got
what?
something
So am
better than
I.
liquid courage.
You can ask Tony. When I get around people, like I can talk. I talk to you guys on here a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but even you guys know I don't talk enough. But when I'm person to like face to face with people, I don't know what to say. I'm just stuck. I'm just quiet.
That's how I am.
I don't. I
Unless
Say
don't know.
That's
hi.
I
okay.
don't know how to carry on a conversation.
I'm like that unless I know you. The more I get to know you, then I don't shut the fuck up. It's annoying. I am annoying. I will admit, I am fucking annoying. And speaking of Bud, that's part of your goodie bag for your fucking thank you package that you guys sent me when I won that shit. So I will bring your tasty little treats with me as well. But we're fucking eating good. We're gonna have some drinks, some laughs, some bud.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
Right, Cameron? That's me, man. I went longer this winter without fishing than I have in a long fucking time,
And
man.
see, I'll be honest with y'all. Usually something like this, like trying to do a get together with people, it like scares me. It like my anxiety just goes out of control.
Same.
But I actually feel like I know you guys. We've talked long enough. We're always talking to each other, whether it's on the live stream, on the phone, through Messenger, you know.
Yep, facts.
So it makes me feel a little bit better about us being able to get together and actually hang out.
I swear I'm not a
Yeah.
serial killer.
So hopefully I don't like, have a panic attack on you guys or whatever.
Hey, if you do, been there, done that, it's cool. I don't
I
think you will.
swear I only have 4 inches.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I just had to say that shit just to be a dick.
Yeah,
Way
if
to
she
ruin
starts
the
freaking
moment.
out, and we go behind the bushes, and I got to give her something to occupy her mind.
Well,
Pop it in, baby.
I just told her I had 4 inches, so when I pull something out as long as my hand, she'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Get that thing away from me!
Now she's quiet as fuck. uh,
Be like Daddy DeMarco, pull it out and smack yourself in the forehead with it.
what up, Gandalf?
Gandalf! Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White? I know I asked that question a lot because I'm just a dick like that. They both smoke the good green, so it doesn't really matter, does it? You're all here. Hi, everybody. Yeah, you found us.
Trying.
How do I get there from here? How do I make you see? How do I show you that you shit?
What's going on, Bob?
Bob! What's up, Bob?
I had it right.
How you doing, Bob?
Damn, I thought I fucked it up when I said Dave. That's why I stopped. How do I show you what my heart's been telling me?
Hey, Matt.
What's going on, Big Matt?
That's where I wanna be. Know I love you. How do I get there from here? Brutal Bob. What's up?
Road Warrior said he's coming, y'all.
Road Warrior said he's coming, and I took that literally. I took that literally. So,
probably. Hola, ¿cómo está?
He's watching. He's watching
Muy
my
bien.
live back. He got to where Ashley popped up on the thing there, going.
Check out my brown tooth, y'all. Check out that tooth. I fucking love trolls, man. This is dedicated to you, troll. Thank you so fucking much.
Bonjour. Oui, oui.
Man.
What?
That's a funny forehead.
I wish it would stay. It could
Shiny
rain.
forehead, mine. I
But I
know.
wish the wind would slow down.
Can you see your reflection in my shit right now? Let me fry you up some chicken.
Can you see your reflection in my shit?
I fucking love it. This motherfucking troll's watching right now too.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Who wants to enter the contest? Can you see your reflection in Ashley's shit?
I just took another.
Sign up at trollscangofuckyourself.com.
Oh, it's so great. Motherfuckers are miserable. Love it. Not me, buddy. Oh shit.
That's funny
What do you
shit.
guys like more? Indica or sativa, hybrid or both? What? Hybrid?
Well, I mean,
Indica.
I'm loving the hybrids here in the last fucking couple years for sure, but that whatever that fucking blueberry funk was, and I'm assuming blueberry funk was the same thing Northern Lights is. And Northern Lights is which one, Jeffrey?
Indica's like a body
It's
high.
Northern
supposed
Lights is the
to
one that
be.
makes you stay on the couch.
That's a sativa.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that that's what the fucking blueberry funk was too, was sativa, because
That's
it wasn't.
backwards.
You couldn't get off the couch. You might not remember how to
That's
stand up.
backwards for most people, though.
Right.
It's for most people, unless you got ADHD, most people it's you smoke sativa, you'll be up doing stuff. The indica's the one that knocks your dick in the dirt.
No. I don't have ADHD.
Maybe it's indica then.
I don't have ADHD, but
Because
indica makes me want to go, and sativa makes me want to chill out.
There's been a lot of times where it hits me different
Yeah.
than what it does you.
That's true too. The strain. Well, it's like Benadryl. Some motherfuckers get sleepy, and some motherfuckers are like, "Woo!"
But yeah, when I smoked the fucking blueberry funk, it wasn't that I wasn't motivated to do anything. I probably wouldn't be able to remember my name.
woohoo!
Right. That's more of a head high, and it's
Yeah, I was fucking toasted off that shit.
Yeah,
And the Northern Lights, I just want to sit there and chill, you know. But like Kenny grew some shit. Kenny Rogers grew some shit called Princess Leia. Now I can smoke that shit, and I'm ready to go outside and work all day, fish all day, fucking walk a mile, whatever. You know, good to go, ready to hit the day, fucking right in the mouth. Well, poof, there he went again.
Hey, did it have skinny leaves?
Huh?
Road Warrior might be doing.
Did Princess Leia have big leaf or skinny leaf?
I believe it was skinny.
Okay, skinny leaf is your sativas. Just a sec, brother.
Okay, well, the sativa kept me up, and the Northern Lights, it could put me to sleep if I let it.
Here, just a sec.
Northern Lights would put me to sleep if I allowed it to.
Okay.
But
if
I got a bag of weed, I don't go to sleep until I don't got a bag of weed no more.
This is really bad.
It don't matter which one it is.
Well, I guess you can.
We get it to smoke it, don't we? You know? Rhino Wasssssssssss.
What's up?
Waiting on Bogart over here to pass it back.
Always the same, right?
Yeah, she's not technically a Bogart because she's not like hitting it over and over. She's just sitting there holding it for like 10 minutes.
Somebody asked me a question and I was answering it.
You know they can hear you, right?
Not while you're all talking.
We can shut up for Queen.
Hi, Ashley.
All the Queen has to do is say silence.
Since when?
And we would all just
silencio.
See, when we shut up, you ain't got nothing to say. The fuck, Your Majesty.
That's because you're saying that while she's hitting it, so that ain't fair.
Right?
Straight smoking cat piss.
Right? The same.
Straight smoking cat piss.
Brutal Bob said the smell of marijuana makes him puke.
Damn. Why are you smoking cat piss, Cameron? Dude, we bought a fucking bag off this dude one time. We bought a half quarter off this motherfucker one time, dude, and he sold us this bag of shake. Dude, this shit had, it was a bag of shake with pieces of stem. It had fibers from the carpet. You can tell it wasn't
Ooh.
hairs. It was carpet fibers in the fucking bag. And dude, it tasted and smelled straight like fucking cat piss.
We had to throw it away. Literally.
Yeah, we threw it in the fucking trash. Couldn't do it. It was horrible.
Okay. That something like that is an indica, maybe a hybrid, versus something like that.
That's sativa.
This should be this would be the indica. This could
Okay.
be a hybrid, but it's sativa.
Okay.
That's like your normal.
So the hybrids stay skinny?
Yeah, sometimes, because sometimes people are going after the more
So if
sativa.
the leaf is like the width of my fingers, then it's sativa or hybrid.
Come on, flip.
But if it's fatter than my fingers, then it's indica.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if the leaves are all like this
How many fingers
versus
does it take?
versus something like
How
this,
deep do you have to put the fingers?
you know, I mean,
Right.
you would.
Yep.
And normally, the whole time the only thing that goes against that rule is your Afghani. But that's a different, altogether, that's a different land race.
Right.
You know,
That's
then
probably
you start
that's probably a hybrid from way back when, and nobody knows. You know what I mean? That could be something that they gathered seeds years ago, and they developed them into the womb. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what happened was Ed.
Indian Dom Top should be Willie's strain. Indian Dom Top.
My buddies, I met Jack Herrera once, and then talked to him a bunch. But Ed, I only met for a short time when he was doing working as my buddy's lawyer up here on a case. And yeah, dude, it was interesting because they would go around, and they had articles in High Times of them going around and traveling collecting seeds. You know.
Right.
And trying to find, you know, if they could still get land races, which are the strains like North America would have one, you know, like one, you know, South America, you know, Mexico has the sativas, but then you've got like your African strains, your, you know, Asian, your Turkish, you know, the Nepalese is almost its own land race because it lives and thrives in shit like this.
I know I sure like that Turkish blend tobacco. I know that.
Yeah. And what the trip is, most people don't even, over there, they don't smoke the weed. They beat the plant. They beat the plant. Yeah. They grow.
Jeffrey, you gotta
They
highlight
grow just. Which one?
polar bears.
This one?
First he said Indian Dom Top should be Willie's strain name. Cameron said that. And then Polar Bear said, after you smoke it, It's gonna put your face in the pillow and fuck the shit out you.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm
I'll put some
sorry.
of that weed. Shit. I'll try it.
No,
It's
not
your
me.
shame. I'll help you try.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna try it.
I'm not gonna try it.
We'll smoke some while we're camping.
Mm-mm.
Love it.
You smoke
But
out with
yeah,
me, wouldn't you, Cameron?
I wouldn't. Oh, you said Cameron. Never mind.
So if there was a strain of weed that you was guaranteed you wouldn't be a virgin after you smoked it, you wouldn't smoke.
I wouldn't if I didn't remember it. That's just my opinion.
Well,
If I
we'll
couldn't
just have
remember
to
it,
tweak it.
then
It ain't the weed's fault. You can't remember. You can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago when you sober, motherfucker. Don't blame that shit on
Whoa.
the weed.
Willie. Easy, Willie.
Oh,
Easy,
she's
Willie.
happy. She knows. She's agreeing 100%. She knows I'm right. She's got a bad fucking memory, man. It ain't the weed's fault. She remembers less shit when she's sober than she does when she's high. And I smoke just as much as she does, and I remember everything.
Really?
Oh, just about, yeah.
Okay.
If I was there, I remember.
he's lying, by the way.
Shit. Unless I was drunk. In that case, you don't have to call me darling.
What's
Darling.
happening?
Then fuck it, bro. I'm done with
What's happening with
See?
Ashley?
Cameron said he'll fucking smoke it with me. Jeffrey will smoke it with me. Ashley smoke it with me. Road Warriors is gonna sit there, watch us all get fucked, I guess.
Cameron said I've smoked.
Road Warrior, I ain't calling you out, but I feel like you like to talk, bud.
Are
Don't talk about it. Be about
you
it.
scared of the pussy? Are you scared of it?
Come to Ohio
Do
and we'll
you
show you
want
our
to
Ohio
hit
way.
the pussy? Do you want to hit it so hard and made the butt cheeks clap, clap? Yeah. In them apple bottom jean boots with the
No,
fur.
see, you guys ain't being fair to Road Warrior, okay?
Well,
Because every one of you motherfuckers has had it.
I know he's had it.
He's a virgin. You gotta ease him into it, man.
He ain't even talking to no bitches. That's what we're trying to get him. We're just trying to get him to talk to some bitches that he can physically. Uncle Willie's son. You know. That's all we ain't trying. We're not trying to be dicks. If we sound like we're being dicks, then that's not what I'm trying to do. You know,
I
we are
wish I could
100% genuinely, honestly trying to help you.
I wish I
get
could
some
find
pussy.
the perfect tasting pussy.
But would
And
you volunteer to be a pussy taster? There's a question. I would
well,
not.
I might as well
depends.
try it.
A finger and a nose go a long way on that, buddy.
Yeah, if you watch that movie Teeth, that could have something to fucking do with it. No shit.
uh,
Maria, I just learned to be quiet about these things because apparently I'm all talk, according to one person.
Yeah, I did call them bitches again, didn't I, Cameron? My bad, ladies. I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been trying to watch that shit. I did. I called y'all bitches again. I'm sorry.
But when a woman is that, then it's our duty to
So
call them a bitch.
what I meant to say
I'm just saying.
is Road Warrior is not even trying to talk into talk to any mature ladies. You know, that's what I meant to say. It just came out wrong.
Okay, now,
Right one to talk to yet.
yeah.
Because he also has, and we all had this problem when we were younger. Okay, we all had our Gail Gadet. Okay, we can't all have our Gail Gadet and our Michelle Pfeiffer and our Kathy Irelands. You know,
I can't
but
believe we're talking.
you know, so you can't just wait for a Gail Gadot to show up someday and be like, I want to suck your dick, you know, because I mean, it's highly
It
unlikely
ain't
that's
gonna
going to
happen.
happen. Unless you become a porn star, maybe. I mean, I don't know. But most of
Yeah.
the time, you actually have to talk to a woman
Yep.
to get her to touch your penis. And I don't start the conversation with, will you touch my penis either.
Hell no.
That's
That'd be
not good.
great.
Not today. No.
No point.
Back in the early 90s, that shit would have worked like a fuck, dude. That shit would have worked, dude. She'd been all over it. She'd be like, come on, follow me. Nowadays, that's sexual harassment. Your ass is in trouble. But
Yep.
Yeah.
my, how times have changed.
Right. Oh. Meow.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What, dudes?
I put Randall says what? And then he put
What?
Rhino.
All right, let me ask you motherfuckers a question. If you could
does
be
that
happy,
does it have
you
to
could-
do with me?
Has to do with all of us if she said motherfuckers.
right? If you could be
Yeah.
happy, given the climate and things around you and your surrounding areas, if you could be happy and live in a fucking cardboard box, or be a millionaire and be miserable and live in a mansion, what would you choose?
Millionaire.
Cardboard box.
Thank you.
Millionaire, because guess what? Then you got the money to be miserable. You could be Batman for all we care, you know.
Yeah,
Just
but
saying.
the money's just gonna make you even more miserable. So why not just
Bingo.
be cool and be happy?
But see,
Bingo.
I would start
God
out.
damn it.
I would start out as the millionaire,
Phone calls.
and I would be passing
End up
out
in
my
the box.
money until it was gone to the people in those cardboard boxes.
Oh my.
She said, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here."
You guys didn't hear her. She said
You got
a
a phone
phone
call.
call interrupted her.
Oh, my bad. Then she said, "Link, fuck,
Yeah, because it kicked her off like our phones do.
Link, fuck."
When you get a phone
She
call.
said, "Link, fuck." Who's got the link to fuck?
Slows on the link to fuck.
Right, Bob? Exactly.
Money isn't everything. Damn straight, Bob. But
Right.
the fact remains, the only thing truly free in this fucking world is air, man. I mean, we're not supposed to hunt our own food without buying a license. We can't get food without money.
And it's not always
We can't
clean
get
air.
a license without money. You can't get anywhere without money.
It's to a point, though.
Yeah,
I mean, to a
true.
point. Because today I didn't get food. Well, I got fed, and I brought home a pork loin.
Right.
I spent my time helping out, but at the same time, I was down there doing that anyways.
Right.
Because my ass, as soon as Jay said, I'll need some volunteers, and my ass just, beep, okay, whatever, let's do this. Didn't know what I was getting myself into, but cool. Help set up the tables and chairs and stuff. That was fun. I don't mind doing stuff like that, you know. And yeah,
I think
I
she was
got
trying to say fuck.
I got two of the most expensive things in the world, man.
Right.
Toilet paper and paper towels.
Right.
I mean, that shit's more expensive than
Made out of
gold
those
right now.
elusive trees, man.
Yeah. Real money brings a lot of problems with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you
Money's fucking evil. Like
yeah.
we had this talk at my grandma's today. So I went on this huge fucking tangent and I was like, in other countries, like Road Warrior was saying earlier, like they poison your food. In other countries, the shit we eat is fucking banned.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
in other fucking countries, they provide fucking medical for their people. In
Dude,
the
yeah.
United
Yeah.
in the United States, we pay into that. We pay them. We pay an insurance company. It's taken out of our checks. They get that given to them. So they want to make sure their people are taken care of. It's ass fucking backwards here, man. It's all a
Yeah.
fucking Ponzi
Half
scheme. It's
half of our fucking sodas, half of our candy bars,
everything.
and fucking ramen noodles are banned in so many fucking countries that blow your fucking mind.
Bro, the water
But they
we
let us
drink,
eat that shit every day.
the water we
Yeah.
drink. Oh, fluoride's great for you. Fluoride's not fucking great for you. It's fucking
Ain't
radioactive and it causes cancer. But
nothing
let's put
good
it in the
about fluoride.
water.
Well,
Yep.
hey, my favorite is this one. What do they tell us to do with our water? Boil it
That makes it
if it's
worse.
dirty.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
then
it
it
much
turns
worse.
it into fluorine, which is
Yep.
like you might as
You
well
sent
just
me
be
that,
drinking
Jeff.
fluoride. Yeah.
Yeah, you sent me that.
And I mean, chlorine, cool. Hey, I'm watering down some ammonia. Is there enough chlorine to make it get me out of here? I mean, come on.
I wish I could mail somebody.
Yeah, that's the
just a
big
little
question.
thing
That's
of
the
our
big
water
question for your question, Ashley. If I'm living in a cardboard box, can I still fish?
You can, yeah, if you lived in a
Well,
Big
cardboard box,
said,
that would be the
then I'm
ultimate
good.
freedom. You got
Yeah,
no
then I'm good.
bills, no taxes,
Oh yeah.
no fucking
right,
utilities, no
Yeah.
fucking work.
right.
You're just living off the fucking land, happy as
Yeah.
fuck, man. Happy as fuck,
Growing weed
shitting
and
in the
fishing
woods.
every day. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And that's how it used to fucking be before money was ever a thing. Everybody equates everything to fucking money. When you
Yep.
die, you don't take any of your bullshit with you. Your fucking Versace, your
But
Louis
Right.
we
Vuitton.
didn't make it about money, man. The fucking government, the tax
Right,
man, the revenues,
right.
that
Which
made the shit about money.
punishes us. And all
Yeah.
these fucking motherfucking sheeple over here. Oh
And
yeah,
then
let's go to work every day. Let's do our 8 to 4, our 9 to 5. Let's, and like I said, it blows my mind in the United States. Like, oh, we got to vote and this and that presidents. I'm sorry if you trace back the genealogy of fucking presidents, all but one were related.
they're all fucking
They
related.
make you. They
Yep.
make you feel like voting gives you a freedom and it's
Facts.
still a democracy by, for, and of the fucking people. It's fucking not. They put who they want to in. They fucking make the economy collapse when they want to. These higher ups are fucking little kids on islands and doing all kinds of corrupt bullshit. And here we are just sitting back,
Yep.
you know? And that's where history repeats itself. That's where you need to fucking overthrow your government. This is where fucking Iraq fell into play. We planned that. Why? It was over oil prices. It was money.
We've had troops over there for
Yeah.
about 70 years now.
They hired politicians, children that were fucking of Arabic descent to fucking
Yep.
lie and say, I witnessed this over there and that, and they had weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction, my ass. You guys were fucking golfing together at one
Yeah.
point because
We
you
talked
guys were
about
in
that
friendly
last night.
business.
Saddam Hussein never had no goddamn weapons of mass destruction.
Fuck yeah, man.
He never had anything.
But this is where we really, instead of talking about it, we need to fucking be about it. Because
Yep.
if you go to another country and you buy ketchup and it's from the same distributor, Heinz, whatever, and you see all these extra ingredients in the United States versus over there, something's fucking wrong. And people want to
Yep.
say, oh, socialism and this doesn't work and free medical doesn't work and free schooling. I could go to fucking over to Europe and get free college because they provide education. They actually give somewhat of a fuck about their citizens. You go to a gas station and it's immaculate. The people fucking do their job. Everything's faced, it's put in the right place. People aren't fucking lazy motherfuckers like, oh, I don't want this. Psh, I'm gonna put it here.
Yep.
It blows my mind. In Japan, you don't eat on the streets. You sit down and you eat in a fucking restaurant. There's no trash on the streets.
Right.
Like, dude, I'm sorry
Oh
I'm going
yeah.
off on a tangent. I've been
Yeah,
thinking about this shit all day.
This country's disgusting. There's so much fucking trash.
Disgusting. And every war we've ever had, it's because we've caused it. You know, oh, let's blame them. It was never
We
them.
started every goddamn one of those motherfuckers.
Exactly. Exactly. Was it
That's
Roosevelt?
why their ass kicked Vietnam.
Fucking Hiroshima. We were warned to back off, and it was again over some bullshit we didn't want to stand down to. The president didn't inform anyone that we were given warnings. What did they do? They attacked a naval base. What did we do? We attacked innocent women and children in schools.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And you want to consider 9/11, which was an inside job, a fucking terrorist attack, and blame it on Iraq when we fucking were terrorists ourselves, even though we planned that and killed our own fucking people, and then go over and take it out in Japan, dude? Nah. And I'm sorry if people are religious, but that's another fucking thing. I'm not going to knock you for believing, but do you really think that there's a heaven and a hell and you go here or you go there and some bitch was impregnated by God? Like, only fucking woman in the entire universe that had a baby without fucking somebody. Come on, man. It's so you obey. I don't know, dude.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
And Lent was created because the fish markets were failing. So hey, let's not eat meat on Fridays. Let's give something up. Let's sacrifice something to be a better person. Well, guess what? Now motherfuckers eat fish on Friday or they don't eat it at all if they don't like it. But we obey. It's just easier to you know, and I was the same fucking way as a kid. Oh yeah, this, that, blah, blah, blah. No. And now I'm watching this documentary on that Dan Schneider, and I've known about this shit. Disney is disgusting. Like, I love Disney movies, man, but like the child industry, I would never put my kid in that. The way that they treat kids and they abuse them, ugh, gross. But
Yeah,
hey,
see, I'm like you right there, Ashley. I love my Disney movies, but that doesn't mean that I love Disney itself.
yep. It's disgusting. I still haven't watched the Demi Lovato thing, but pumping her up with Coke to make her skinny and look younger, and it's just, and then she OD'd a few times. Like, you don't bounce back from that. And if you are going to be a good parent in the Hollywood industry, be tentative to your children, pay attention, and make sure that they get therapy through that because they miss out on school, they miss out on friends. You're using your child as a pun for what? Once again, monetary gain, money.
Yep.
Money is evil all around. It's fucking evil.
Yep.
Stupid. I would much rather fucking get paid in rocks all damn day or dirt or something. Like, can we just barter? Can we go back to the old bartering system? Like, hey, I have eggs. What do you
I've
have?
said that so many times.
Dude. And it not only is it's beneficial, you know the quality of food and control that you're given. You're learning in the process of how to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. Like, can we just go back to those fucking days?
Hey,
Well,
Jeffrey,
let's
can you show Ashley my last comment, please? I don't think she's seen it when you highlighted it a second ago.
I didn't, sorry.
Did you see Bob?
Ah, I love you, Maria.
And here's what
Welcome
Bob
back,
said.
Rhino.
Thanks,
But
Bob.
I agree with Ashley too, and Willie has said the same thing over and over again. I think bartering should be brought back, at least for a lot of things, to be honest.
Well, guess
Yep.
what?
Back in those days, people wasn't filling their meats and animals with a bunch of pink slime and fillers and
And see,
all that
and
stuff.
Yep.
last time we talked about this, Aaron asked me a question and I didn't have an answer for it. Aaron said, "But what about the day that he don't need your tomatoes or he don't need your eggs because he's got his own?" I was like, and now I have an answer for that. By that time, I'm going to have my own of whatever I needed from him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But,
So,
you know, not everybody is going to be able to always have.
right, we're still going to need people to do metal work and do this work and do that work. You know, people that know what the fuck they're doing. And
Right.
we're going to have to give them something that they ain't got time to fucking do because they ain't going to have time to grow weed. So
Right.
me and Jeffrey, we going to have any kind of fucking metal shit done we ever fucking need. You know,
Bob, I've been itching for another one, man. Let the legacy live on. No, yeah, and I mean, not everybody
Oh
has
yeah.
the education or the concept or the learning ability to catch on to do certain things. So somebody might be able to grow lettuce because it's easy to grow. They might not be able to ever figure out how to grow fucking tomatoes or cucumbers or raise chickens or tend to cattle or, there's somebody that's not going to be able to put horseshoes on horses. Like I'd go
yeah,
straight
exactly.
back to fucking riding horses all day long versus a car. And if we kept cars, I'm not saying modern technology isn't necessarily a bad thing. It saves a lot of lives in the medical
Oh
industry.
my goodness.
I
This
wouldn't
Uh,
mind doing that and keeping the roads we have now. Where
the,
you're
this is beginning to sound like the Amish all over again.
no,
No
no, no.
offense.
It's just the facts. I
That's the
mean, it's
thing,
gonna.
man. I completely love the original way, the old way of the Amish, where they did everything themselves. They didn't go to the store and buy shit. They didn't
Butter,
need
milk.
fucking money. You
Yeah,
know,
and
most of the
it teaches you to be a humbler, more grateful, more
yeah.
well-rounded, educated, hardworking citizen. You're
And granted, I found out things about the Amish community I didn't know then that I can't say that I agree with fully. But at the same time, they were kind of forced into some of those practices
yeah.
because they didn't want to blend in with all of us motherfuckers out here that fucking do everything we can to make a fucking dollar.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Like just it blows my mind that that's what the world has skyrocketed to. How
you
much
can't grow
cash we
a
have in our pocket,
Cameron, I know so many people that couldn't grow a vegetable if their fucking life depended on it, dude.
Yeah.
and it's there. And you know what? It's a oh my god, Bob. Bob, you're a rascal. Love it. Love your spirit, Bob. Bob, you need to land your plane, and not in my landing strip, but you need to land your plane one of these days in my area.
Just like Road Warrior
He
needs
said,
to
light up
hear.
the landing
Thank you.
strip.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Sorry, I got off on a tangent because we've been talking earlier, and
No, it's for real. I mean,
I
everybody's got stuff they can do,
Yep.
yeah, everybody
specialty,
has something to offer for sure.
But instead,
yeah.
we
and
all go to Walmart to buy our shit, you know, instead
some
of
e- some of
taking
us,
care of each other, man.
Yeah.
If we'd
Well,
all
some
fucking
of
start
us.
taking care of each other and looking out
Well,
for each
yeah, but
other again
ain't we already been told
yeah.
if we tried doing the bartering ourselves, it's illegal
with weed, yeah.
with
Well, no,
anything?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
but
I don't think
here's the
bartering
thing:
is illegal. It shouldn't be.
it just came back as gold and silver now is starting to become legal tender again
Hell yeah.
in some states, and I think they're out towards you guys. Cat ass.
American Grow tomatoes. You keep your damn Miracle Grow, Cameron.
You correct.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is about the Amish. There's a lot of stuff that I don't tell you guys because it wouldn't make sense
That's not
until
that's
until
not
it,
that's not true, Road Warrior, because one of my best friends is married to an Amish dude, and she went through some shit. So he was married once, they frown upon divorce. He got divorced, he remarried her, they have a child now. They're supportive of the child, they're supportive of his wife. They did not attend the wedding. It's all about, again, and it's no different in the Amish community. It's a reputation to uphold. It's I can't do this, I can't do that. Yet I have a truck, I have a vehicle. I'll drive it outside of Ohio because my kinfolk don't live here, but I'm not going to be caught dead. I'm going to put the truck in my son's name because it's acceptable and okay for the younger Amish generation to have those things. We can have electricity because we have solar panels. It's no fucking different.
Right.
And I only know that because I have an Amish friend. But
But
he
now
considered,
they're charging people a percentage in some states, they're still making you pay a fucking bill when you have solar panels, and now they're putting fucking taxes on people's wells, charging people to use their own goddamn well water.
Right.
Yeah, but
Right.
when you get into Amish shit, that's considered religion, and that's kind of
Right.
like Native Americans, and they have their ways around it, like fucking motherfuckers running a quickie mart. Oh, every 10 years we have friends come over from family. No
Right.
taxes. They fucking have their ways around it, just like motherfuckers that lie and cheat the system. I had a friend do
Mhm.
that shit. We're not together, even though they live together. He lives with his mom. I live here. I pay all this shit, and I'm getting all this free fucking money and all this free fucking assistance. But her boyfriend's making 30 fucking dollars an hour and living better off than I was with somebody else that I had living with me. There's ways around that bullshit.
Yeah. Bob says he said, I have a number of Amish that work for me during hunting season. Are you sure you didn't
Yeah.
mean harvest season there, Bob? You sure you didn't mean harvest season? Talking about all them plants, ain't
Yeah, the Amish are wild. On my fucking friend's wedding, they got married in a church, and alcohol is frowned upon in the Amish community. And they all fucking went out to the parking lot, pulled a cooler of fucking beers out of their truck, sat in the grass, and fucking drank alcohol.
you? Right?
They're fucking wild. They do all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit.
You think the Amish make wine and shit. They
They
didn't make wine, Red Ward?
What?
Did the Amish make wine? Do you remember? When you were, I mean, I know you were young. You wasn't very old when you left there. But
Mickey said,
Oh,
did you say you were 12?
yeah,
Oh,
somewhere
wow.
around there. I don't. Yeah.
Nice.
All I know is my dad made some, and when he was Amish, so I don't know.
Amish bootleggers.
Look
but
at that. Look at that sexy thing. Count those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
First side.
9, 10, 11,
11,
12.
12.
Yeah, bird.
Yeah.
That's begging.
Bob said he's got 7 Amish and 3 Mennonites. Okay, so what really is the biggest difference between Amish and Mennonites?
Amish has buggies, Mennonites have vehicles.
Mennonites, yeah, can have electricity.
Oh, okay.
They can have radios, power tools, vehicles.
I'm sorry, but I get that question that asked so many times. that's why I say that.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
I've always wondered that just because I've noticed they still, they like still dress alike and everything.
And
But
Amish would rely heavy on shunning. Mennonites wouldn't. I mean, they would. Depending what church, Mennonite church you go to,
Wow.
they would still practice shunning, but not as heavy as the Amish. I mean,
But the Amish now, from what I learned meeting all these Amish motherfuckers, is they're more lenient. So they have phones, but their phones have blockers so they can't go on the internet because young Amish are leaving the community. They're getting pissed off because they're learning about the outside world and they're branching off like that stupid show where, you have X amount of time to leave the Amish community. So they're offering the Amish more freedoms. Again, I don't know what all you know since you left at 12, Road Warrior, but these motherfuckers are balling. They're balling nowadays. I mean, beautiful homes, beautiful property. Just, it's crazy. It's like fucking dune buggies to go around their property. Like,
golf
they're
carts.
Are they
more
tax exempt
more than a
too?
golf cart, bud.
Are they tax
Well,
exempt so they don't have to pay property tax and all that shit?
No, they don't get any of that. None of that. None of that because they're Amish. It's a part of their religion. No, they have their land. They might have to buy their land outright if
they
it's
still have to pay taxes. They still have to. I know
Property
that for a
tax.
fact. Yeah, property tax and everything. Whoever told you that was shitting themselves, literally.
Maybe, but I was always told that that's just the religion aspect, and
Because it would make sense if they were exempt because of religion, because churches don't have to pay taxes.
yep, yep, and that's why they're fucking balling, dude. You know, they
No,
do the
okay,
fucking
so is that all churches though, or is that
That's all
just
churches.
all
Catholic?
churches,
All churches.
all churches. No,
But
those
see, but see, if you look at the Amish, they don't have a church house themselves.
no, but it's their religion, and it goes way back, and it hasn't really changed. It's like Native Americans and shit. They're not really getting taxed due to the fact that it's something that, while we have a, even though they've adjusted, I mean, these motherfuckers own casinos. Maybe they have some tax, Native Americans, but that's just free land. They're just entitled to that land. That's land that was taken from them. So that's what they get, and they leave it at that. And they roll in the dough. They roll in the dough.
Randall said he's not Amish.
Me either.
I could shave my stash and
Yeah, Brutal
tax
Bob
me.
said they pay taxes in his area
I'd
too.
be a fat Amish.
Maybe Road Warrior's right. I don't know.
Well, then they're getting fucked by the government, in my opinion, because churches ain't supposed to pay taxes, and Amish is religion. So
I don't know if that's for everybody, because like I said, you see these motherfuckers, and they're living. They are not by any means pumping out a wood burning stove.
well, you gotta remember, man, they're selling quilts for like $1,200 a fucking piece too, man. You
I could,
know,
I could show you. I could show how a quilt, an Amish quilt, went for about up in the 800s.
I'll show you. I'll show you a couple hand. This is all by hand. This is passed out. That I ain't Amish. My grandma's.
I guarantee you, an Amish quilt sold somewhere for $1,200. I guarantee it.
This was all hand stitched and cut. Hold on. It wasn't sold. And god damn it. All right. The stitch work on all of this was done by hand. Like front, back.
Hell yeah.
But my great greats, they didn't sell this. This shit was just I mean, all of that, all that patterning. Like, look at that stitch work. And I hear a lot of that
Them.
shit. I hear a lot of that shit nowadays. Uh
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Thank.
even true Amish. You know, it's not really handmade this or that. I hear that they finagle that shit, like the furniture and stuff they sell. So I don't know. I'm
Well,
not all Amish. I'm not knocking it. Some of them are
it.
true to their blood.
I would think that it would kind of be like I've heard stuff some jewelers say, handmade, yet they didn't do it all by hand,
Mm-hmm.
They had
Yeah.
a tool for parts of it. And it's like, bro, that's not handmade. When I think of handmade, I'm thinking forged. You put the silver or whatever in the fire, heated it up, you know,
Yeah.
hammered it out, rolled it out, cut the shape you wanted, with a hand saw, powered by your hand, stuff like that. And dude's like showing it, and it was going through a machine, uh, and not even hand powered machine to do all the shaping and everything. And it's like, bro, that's doing most of the work.
Yeah. Hey, Mimi's.
Ashley says
Again,
hi, honey.
again, that's not
Oh,
like every actual Amish community or every actual jeweler, but there are a lot of fakes. But
oh.
a lot of them are more modernized than you realize, and then they upcharge, and you're actually getting, you know, you're getting duped.
I know some Amish people that you would not want to do business with, and
I believe it.
Well,
because some of them Some of them are. If you would sell them what they think they were worth, that you would strike gold. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. There's an echo.
I hear an echo.
Echo, echo.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to fix it.
By midnight.
Try it now.
Hello, hello. Don't hear it.
Yeah. Man, Indian.
Yo, I've had one long ass day. Polar bear got here like 8:30 this morning, knocking on the door. It was 30 degrees outside when we went fishing. Yeah. He was up at 7, slept about 4 hours. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
Ooh.
Love
All
y'all.
right, brother.
Catch you on next.
Love you
Yeah.
too.
Bye bye.
Bye
Good
bye.
night, Maria. Sherlock Holmes. How goes it? Goes.
Hey, it's Nate. It's my boyfriend. Hello. He's
Right.
not a hermit in the background.
He speaks.
Memes.
Come here. Get up here.
Hi,
Come
Mimis.
on.
Aw, Kira.
Come on, Boots.
Kira freaks out. She misses the cats. Since I'm not a cunt, I left the
Mm.
cats with TJ, and she freaks out. If he meows again, you have to see her go crazy.
Hi, Mimi.
Put
Mimi.
away with his eye. Uh-huh.
Hi, Mimi.
Oh, he's the bestest little boy. He's the bestest little boy. He's so handsome. Yes,
He's
him.
They're talking to you.
Oh, Mimi. It's baby
Yeah.
Kira. You heard a kitty? You want a kitty? I want the kitty. I love the kitty. Mimi's. Meow. Yeah.
Want to talk?
Meow. Meow.
Hi,
Meow.
Mimis.
You heard a kitty.
Hi,
Oh, the
Kira.
kitty baby. I wish he would meow again. So she goes so crazy. It's
He's
funny.
like,
You would.
he's like, I want out of here.
Kira does when she hears a cat meow because she misses Kazi and Mav.
Meow. Hey. Want to meow? Want to meow? Oh, yeah.
Now she's being
Oh,
all
yeah.
clingy.
Oh, yeah.
Mimis.
Say it again, Ash. Oh. What? What? What do you want?
Talk, Mimis.
What do you want, Mimi?
He knows
What?
he's on
Where?
camera.
He's being
Uh,
camera shy.
He
yeah.
knows.
Thanks,
And
Come on.
Maria. I will. Thank you, hun. Love you. I hope you feel better. Can't
Yup.
wait to meet you guys. Night
Love
night.
from you, baby.
Now we just need to get Road Warrior, Jeff, and Aaron.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a
Mm-hmm.
big no.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying,
Yes.
When
maybe
I show up
someday.
to his house.
Maybe someday when I got millionaire's money, I can travel the world freely like I
That's
want
when
to.
I'll show up to your
Nigga, you
house.
got vacation time, nigga.
Yeah. I'll show up to your house and be like, come on, we going.
Right?
Let's roll. I'm
You
driving.
tell him, Jeff. You tell him, Jeff.
And when you get in,
Bob, Steve texted me last night or the night before last about Donna, and you just reminded me. I'm gonna screenshot that because I have to fucking call Donna. I know she's in the hospital. I can't quite remember why. He said something about her coming home hopefully soon. Damn it, Bob. Thank you for. I am so forgetful. Ugh, life. It consumes you. It truly
Yeah.
wraps you up and distracts you in everyday living.
My life is perfect. Going through one hellhole for another.
Road warrior, you're happy, you're healthy, you're alive, you have a job, you have a roof over your head,
Yeah.
you have food in your belly, man. You're doing good.
Yeah. Trust me.
Yep.
Trust me. Yeah, and you don't ever want to say a 4-word sentence or 5.
Death?
It can't get any bull.
Oh,
The,
that
the
sentence.
sky can fall because,
Thanks,
dude,
thanks, Bob.
yeah.
Bob, I'm gonna text Steve. And Bob, please don't hesitate to ever text me. I go to work, I come home, lay on my fucking couch and chill with my dogs. It's not that I don't think about you guys. Really, it's not that. My sister was bitching at me today. You know, unless she plans something, she's like, you don't ever call me anymore. You don't ever text me. Dude, it's just everyday fucking
Ow,
life. I have a package that I've had for almost a month
ow.
that I need to send out. Uh, but yeah, please reach out,
What are
Bob.
you gonna touch here?
I'm gonna text Steve right now. So thank you for
What are you
mentioning
gonna touch
that.
here?
I can't.
What are you gonna touch here?
I can't wait until John Parker has my new intro done. He's doing a
What?
new intro for my YouTube channel. Can't wait to see what he's what intro it would be.
Yeah, and I saw he dropped your mail call. And I still haven't got around to watching that shit.
Oh,
I just pop in like
it's a
sporadic.
good it's a good
What?
one.
Oh, I
Um,
bet it is. And that was nice for you to do that, Road Warrior. Road Warrior, you're a good fucking dude. Just so you know. So are you, Jeff. But you guys are good. You're good peoples. There's a lot of good people here.
I try to be. You know, I try.
That's the best way to be, man. And
Yep.
that's the thing about kindness. It's an act that you don't want or expect anything in return. Like,
Yep.
dude, I be
Yeah.
not for acknowledgement purposes, but I'll be feeding motherfuckers at work. Like, just the smile on somebody's face makes me happy. Like, to offer them something and make them happy, you know, whether I spend a little bit of cash or not, or it's free, like, that's
Yeah.
the best fucking feeling in the world.
And the reason why I did that was just to show appreciation for all what John Parker has done for me, because he's the reason that I have my YouTube thumbnails. He's the
Well,
reason for it, and I wanted to show my appreciation for it. And he's like, well, like, you didn't have to. It's not that I didn't have to. I wanted to.
Right, right, right.
And I'm just like, you helped me out. You don't think you think that I would forget that? I don't forget that. I mean, if you show appreciation to me, later down the road, I help you out with something.
Exactly. It's loyalty.
Yeah.
It's a friendship. It's a bond, and it's something that you do, and it makes you even happier.
Yep.
While
Definitely.
somebody did something nice for you, the happiness in return
Mhm.
is it's just as happy as when they did something nice for you.
Yep. Exactly.
And I like that's like me. Like I feed motherfuckers at work all the time. You know, I don't eat a lot and I cook for an army and like
Yep.
I'm never going to eat it, but like and I love to create shit and people and I don't I could easily say, yeah, okay, $3, $5. yeah, I'll sell you this, but it's like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I just want your smile, and alls I want to know is that you enjoyed it when you ate it.
Yep.
You know, cool. I provided you with a lunch for today. You have a long fucking day. Like that's it. Just goes so much farther. You know, it's awesome. You guys are good people. Everybody in here is good people. And Bob, I try to treat people like I want to be treated back. Exactly.
That's polar
Exactly,
bear, but
Chad.
yeah.
Exactly, Chad. You know, it's like homeless people. Like, I met a homeless guy once, and I saw this dude chilling under a bridge. This was back when fucking Ponderosa was a thing. I remember growing up, and you could go into non smoking and smoking sections of Ponderosa. You could pay a cheap amount and feed a fucking family and eat whatever, you know? So my stepdad loved to take us to Ponderosa. I don't know if it was the Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but once a week we went to fucking Ponderosa. And there was this homeless guy that hung out around the area, and he would go into Ponderosa and he would drink coffee to get warm, you know, it'd be cold. This dude was a brilliant mind. He was a professor. He had a wife, he had children. His wife chose to cheat on him and leave him and divorce him. And again, he was a brilliant mind, but he couldn't process the fact that his wife chose to leave and he lost his entire family. He lost his entirety. Like, that's what he worked for and wanted. And she took that from him and he became an alcoholic. So he turned into a brilliant mind into a bum under a bridge. And we took him in. We gave him breakfast. We gave him a change of clothes. We gave him a hot fucking shower. Like, that's how I roll. And I learned a lot that day about a brilliant mind that was treated like a bum under a bridge. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how you should treat fucking everybody.
Mimi,
Bob.
Mimi, are you getting your
Mimis!
hair groomed?
Aw, he's a Mimis. But, yeah, I'm the same way, Road Warrior, you know?
Yep.
And Chad, I'm the same way. I want to treat people how I want to be treated. It's the golden fucking rule. It's golden for a fucking reason. Like, I'm not here to judge anybody, dude. Who the fuck am I? Like, not my place. Not
And
my.
and and plus, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do well. I could do an intro, but it's not gonna be as half as good as when John Parker does it.
Oh yeah, John. John Parker has.
He's a brilliant guy. I
He
mean,
is. He is. He's outstanding. He made me one of my YouTube pictures, my
hmm
avatar. And it doesn't take him a lot of time, but the fact
yeah,
that he takes the time
yep.
and makes the time. He doesn't have to, and it doesn't
And
matter if it takes 30 fucking seconds or 30 fucking minutes. The dude is solid. If you ask, he does it.
yeah, and I messaged him. I said, if you have the time and if you want to, could you make me a brand new intro for my YouTube? And I said, and if not, it's cool.
Mhm.
I mean, and he's like, yeah, yeah, I'll get it done tonight. And so, but and I'm like, thank you very much, and I was like, thank you. I mean, I really appreciate it. And and that is, I'm just hoping that that maybe down the long run I get to do something for him. Something that I'm good at that I can help him out. And it goes all the way back what Polar Bear was saying. Treat others as you would want you to be treated. And one thing I say, I try to appreciate others. And hopefully others appreciate me. If they don't, it's cool too. I mean, 100 years from now, it'll all be over. who knows? I mean, you know,
Right, right, for sure.
who knows? The Earth might live to be 1,000, or it might be live to tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's one that's one thing we don't know. And as kind of dark it sounds, um I try to treat each day like I might not be here tomorrow. You know,
No. Yeah. 100%.
I I try to do that as much as I can. You know,
Hell yeah, dude.
if I like for example, if and I don't want to sound like it's suicidal or anything, but I'm just saying if this was my last conversation, that's how I was meant. That's how it was meant to go. And just for sake's sake, no, I'm not saying I'm suicidal or anything like that. I'm just saying if it would happen, that's the way it was meant to go. But yeah, so
Well, hell yeah. My grandpa was 80 fucking years old, and like 3 days before he passed, he was out raking leaves, cleaning gutters.
hmm
He passed peacefully in his sleep. He was a Vietnam vet. He was musically inclined. He was awesome,
yep,
and it's like he went from amazing health, no medication, no nothing, to just it's my time, my ticker's gone. I'm 80 years old,
yep,
passed in his sleep, and that's like every fucking day is a gift. Absolutely. And it can change in a
hmm
matter of it can change in a matter of seconds, minutes, hours, moments, and like you say, Road Warrior, that's not suicidal or thinking
yeah,
morbidly or anything. It's
yeah,
just, I mean, you could get in your car and go to work and get into a terrible accident because
yep,
somebody was incapacitated. They had a heart attack and they crashed into you.
yep.
Like, that's just life.
And that and this if that would happen, and let's say you know I was on live just before that happened. That's how I would want it to happen, because at least I was on a live, talking with somebody. What I love to do, talk. I know, what a shocker on that, but I love to talk, but yeah, and it's just something that I don't know why I think about it lately. It's just something. Maybe it's because I'm turning into my 30s, and that's where on both of my mom and dad's side. That's where you kind of start worrying about cancer or heart attack or any heart problems, because
Forget
that's
worrying
where.
about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't worry about
I,
it. I just every now and then it pops into my head, and I try
I
to
know.
eat healthier, and
That's all honestly all you can do.
and then
Hmm.
but the way statistics are with both families, I'm more likely to get
Yeah.
cancer or heart problems. I'm more likely to die of that than of old age. And I'm like, well,
Well, that's where you
then I was like, well, then I made peace with that. I was like, well, if that happens to me, it doesn't happen to my dad, so who knows? It might not happen to me, but
I
but
don't I don't
but then the
necess- I don't necessarily fear death. I just fear dying young because I feel like I have so much to live and offer and give to others, not necessarily for myself. It's not a gain for myself,
hmm
and then I have a kid, which also, but like you said, Road Warrior, the best thing you can do is eat better, live better. Like,
yep,
it's, I don't fear it. I don't want to suffer. Like, I
yeah,
definitely fear cancer because I've met
yeah,
people that had to slowly rot, and it's painful. And I met the last fucking person I met was a strong motherfucker. He was 48 when he died, and my friend's 37, 38. And he literally hid like the pain he went through and was in. I mean, this
Yeah.
dude did not want her to know. Like, he vowed, he married her, and he vowed he married her to make sure she was securely financially stable.
Yep.
But this dude was in excruciating pain, and thankfully he passed in his sleep. She said she went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. She couldn't sleep because he took a turn for the worst. He couldn't really talk. And I mean, this dude held out to the very end. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he lost, he was in and out of life and death, but he kept it grounded the whole entire process until his final hours. And
Yep.
she said she fell asleep around 3. He was good. She set an alarm for 6 o'clock to give him pain meds, and he was gone.
Yep. And see,
That's a solid motherfucker. But that,
yeah,
what he went through, and to know what he went through, and he didn't bitch, he didn't moan, he didn't let on. Like, that's a real motherfucker right there. That's a
yeah.
real motherfucker.
And it's like how I said to my family, like if I ever get like in a terrible accident and where I have to go on life support, just just take the life support. Don't hook me up to life support. Yeah. And I know it sounds like me just saying just take my life, but no, I'm just saying it just I don't want to be any more of a burden to my family than I want than I need to be. And
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean. Because
Yeah.
like
To where if
it
you have to be fed with the straw and everything and you can't really do anything for yourself,
yeah, I would rather have the
dude,
life support just yanked and them be I
Well,
peacefully go. I know
n-
it sounds a little bit
no,
dark and
no, but
but
here's the thing with that, Road Warrior, because I watched my uncle go through that. You can be on life support and it can be stabilizing your body, but the last thing to go on life support is your mind. So while the rest of your body might be failing, yeah, they sedate you and they make you comfortable, you still feel something. Luckily for my uncle, he was gone in less than 5 minutes, and I swear to God, I watched the soul leave his body. He took a breath, and I saw him change color, and I saw all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm not spiritual, I'm not religious, but I saw his soul exit his body, his energy. Um, but you're not always that lucky. So a lot of times they want to move you to hospice because you could live for 10 minutes, 13 hours,
yeah.
36 hours, 72. Like, most you live is like usually 3 days. But what's crazy is in other countries they have euthanasia. They have ethical euthanasia.
Mhm.
So if a person is struggling, so Kevorkian, Dr. Kevorkian went was sentenced for euthanizing
yeah.
euthanizing sick and the suffering. The
Mhm.
United States does not welcome nor recognize a safe practice euthanization. They find it unethical. They find it's up to the will of God. But in other countries, like I think Canada honors it even, and that's the closest thing. But most countries will allow you to be humanely euthanized. Why would you want to watch somebody that knows it's not a miracle act of God that they bounce back? When somebody is 60 fucking pounds in skin and bones and they have a fucking colostomy bag and a fucking feeding tube and they're on fucking morphine, or what is it now? It's
Well, it's no longer
methadone.
Oxycontin or some shit.
well, it's
Yeah.
no longer
Methadone.
it's no longer morphine. I thought that got outlawed in the United
No, no,
States.
no, 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 no. they put my friend's husband on a morphine patch. And the pain was so bad. And again, he didn't let on. It was so bad. He was on a morphine drip and a fucking like meth patch. Let them go. It's no different than an animal that's suffering. Let a human being go. If they
Yeah.
have accepted the fact and the fate that they are not going to come to terms and pull through and God's not going to create a miracle, why are we holding that? Why are you allowing fucking people
That
to suffer?
that's almost as bad as seeing
Pharma,
a horse
big
seeing a
pharma
horse.
making money.
That
Facts, Jeffrey.
that's almost as bad as like a horse breaking his legs, and you and
It is.
I don't want to sound cruel to animals.
No, if you're not,
If you're listening, no, I do not support animal cruelty. But I'm just saying,
dude,
if a horse
YouTube does.
breaks his leg,
I
if a
think
horse
so, but
if a horse breaks his legs and you can't do anything about it,
Hmm.
sometimes it's the right thing to do is just get the old
exactly.
Yeah.
weapon
And
out, and
that's that
you
that's the
know
Yeah.
that's that's the best fucking way to go. I
yeah
never got to meet my cousin. My cousin was 4 years old when they were diagnosed with extreme leukemia. They would soak up towels of blood from nosebleeds. There was no cure. Why would you make a child of all people suffer? As much as it hurts, the end result is the same. Don't sit back
Right.
and allow a parent to watch their child suffer and try and comfort them and try to sedate them as heavily as you can when no medication penetrates that pain. If a person can say to you, hey, like this is excruciating and unbearable, when they're soiling themselves, when like they're not retaining weight, they're withering away.
yeah
Like a cancer patient is basically rotting from the inside out. There are treatments that prolong life. Yes, I'm not saying end a life. If there is a treatment that works, absolutely, and they're fine with that and they're thriving, but to allow a person that is not to suffer because it's not God's call, no. That's no different than you sitting there watching a dog be hit by a vehicle that is internally bleeding and you make the call immediately. That's no different than a fucking fruit bat that got its wing caught in barbed wire. They have membranes. They can never fly again, and it's a very sensitive, tender area. Sometimes they don't heal and recover. It's just a heavy sedation. They just go to sleep.
yeah
That's the best fucking way to go. If you cannot do that naturally, then at least give the family and that person that sense of peace. Why would you punish a doctor for doing mankind good and then recognize it in other fucking countries and say it's totally acceptable?
but
You know, they're not stabbing somebody 37 fucking times. They're
yeah
giving them an injection to fall asleep and never wake up again. Like,
yeah
but yeah, I don't know, dude. That left a nasty taste in my mouth when I found that out about my cousin. I was like, whoa. Like, imagine a 4-year-old being deathly afraid for their fucking life and a parent having to watch that on top of trying to comfort and console your child and knowing the end result is a horrible one. It's
uh,
awful.
I know my younger brother. He didn't have it as bad, but he had asthma as a young when he was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they were taking him to the hospital, his I sort of remember the night, but I was probably 7, 8. Well, I would have been 8 or 9 because my younger brother would have been just a baby. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so he basically his lungs collapsed on him. So the frickin' doctor, and I call him frickin' because I know he was trying to do the good thing, but he just made it ended up making it worse. He forced a tube down his throat to get to his lungs to breathe again, and that created a scar which caused pneumonia, which then
Scar
my
scar tissue on the lungs.
yeah, yep, and
Mhm.
then my brother had pneumonia while all he was a baby. And at the
Mhm.
time, I wasn't, I was a young kid. I wasn't pissed off, but as I grow older, and nowadays, you can even tell my younger brother has asthma, because he's outgrown it and everything. But I'm just like, you mother, I know, and do you know what the fucked up thing is? So it was on the way to the hospital, and my dad warned the doctor not to do it because he said it's gonna, it, he's gonna have breathing problems, and the doctor didn't listen. And I'm just like, well, nowadays, if a doctor would do that, and a parent would warn them, that would be a good lawsuit to have. But my dad didn't believe in suing somebody because
We-
back back
Yeah,
then back then we were still Amish when that happened. So
and
yeah,
I mean, I
like
understand that. I understand that to a point. If a doctor knows in the process that a patient can overcome something, cool. You said you can't even tell your brother has issues. Had the doctor not been wiser than the parent, you could have lost your brother's life, and your brother's doing just fine and excelling.
yeah,
So that's to me a good doctor. The doctor knew his limitations. But if a doctor, and I'm not saying necessarily, and I understand that's a touchy subject too,
yeah,
because there are times when doctors are wrong and, oh, we can do this and we can do that and we can save them and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're right, and sometimes they royally fuck a person. Like, you know, I mean,
They
even in a proper procedure,
yeah.
even in a proper procedure. So I do get that sense, but
Eh,
when you know the ultimate end result results in death, that's when
yeah,
you go, hey, this patient hasn't responded to any treatment. It's been, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, 8 fucking years. We've kept them alive a little bit longer. We've given blood transfusions and this and that. If you have to give a person a blood transfusion because they're bleeding so fucking much, let the poor fucking kid go. It's not easy. And trust me, I'm a mom, I'm
yeah,
a mother. But I think it would be way more harder for me to sit there and watch my child soil towels upon towels and then sit in a fucking hospital and have transfusions because they lost a tremendous amount of blood, and to know they're not getting any better and their blood cells aren't responding and their blood count levels are ridiculous and there's infection. Like, I get it. And you know what, Road Warrior, that's a case of you're lucky because your brother is totally fine now
yeah.
and your
That,
dad said otherwise. I totally respect that. But when the facts are clear and somebody knows
yeah.
exactly what they're doing, like in a controlled environment, that's when sometimes it's just best to say
And
bye.
and and uh, and into the doctor's defense, he was panicking because my younger brother's lungs collapsed.
Oh, hell
They
yeah.
collapsed, and so he was turning. I think he was turning purple, or he was turning into a different color than it normally would have been. To show that you are healthy, and I think the doctor was panicking so much. So that's why I don't say it was a controlled environment, more like panic, because he was trying to get the lungs to go back how it was. And in the end, whether it was the right or wrong call, I mean, I'm just like, my brother's here.
Obviously, it was the right
Yeah,
call. Yeah.
yeah,
But
like, yeah,
sometimes man. And then, some fucking people can live to be 20, 30, 60 years old, but they have like a totally deformed skull or a breathing apparatus, or and it's like,
Mm,
again, I get you love your child and you want to give them the best life, and 60 years isn't a bad thing, but then they have to suffer in those 60 years and they can't be normal children. Like, I don't know, it's just a fine line.
Bubble
It's like,
boy,
yeah, it's a fine line. It's like, is that really a life? Like Stephen
right?
Hawking was a brilliant fucking mind. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And most people probably would have wanted to do away with him. So I get it's not always entirely right.
hmm
But sometimes it's okay to just be okay and say, hey, man, like, and I don't like making that call. But ultimately, when you know the end result,
Yeah.
it's not an, oh, they're going to be okay or pull through. Like, you give it time. If you give it time and they do, by all means, and you're thriving, by
Yeah.
all means. But when you're
Well, dude,
not,
Yeah.
you know
And see, what I say is, I just don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden to my family.
I,
I would never want that. If I was on life support, and like, again, with life support, and like Jeffrey was saying, like getting feed through a tube, you know, that's where
it's
I would
not
be like, it
right.
that's where I would be like, yeah, just pull the tube and let me
Right.
go. Because
Because life supports not living. But here
yeah,
again, my grandma was put into a medically induced coma. They gave her a tracheotomy. They collapsed her windpipe. She is still alive in her 70s. She had a horrible reaction to the surgery from the tracheotomy. They fucked it up and they collapsed her windpipe. Uh she tried to do something about it. She's on permanent oxygen. She's still thriving. There are cases where, and they were telling us, oh, hospice is going to come, and hospice came. She might not pull through this surgery. If you pull through, great. But if you don't, bye. I think there should be like a certain amount of years or months before we go, okay, this is going nowhere. I don't like
right.
when you have the confirmation that your body is deteriorating and
yeah.
the person's in a lot of pain. That's when, and they're not responding to treatment. Yes, you should give everything time, because like I said, I literally was at work. I pulled my register. I was on a register. I pulled my drawer out so fast. I drove to the hospital speeding. I watched my grandma be in a coma. I watched her come to. I watched hospice come in and tell us she wasn't probably gonna make it. I watched her go through struggles with the damage they did. And that's sad too, because she's been struggling for years just to breathe because of the fact that they fucked up a simple procedure. You know? Is that
Yeah.
really a life either? A life in bed? A life where you can eat a little bit of food? A life where you can't breathe on your own or do anything? Like, is that life? If a person is coherent enough and they say, I'm not ready and I want to continue this life, absolutely. I'm okay with struggling in my everyday life and I've accepted it. That's totally fine. That's fine too.
Well, and see, if I was a doctor, I don't know, and or I could never be a doctor, because to make that moral decision would be it would be too much for me personally, for me to make, because I get what you're saying, but
Right.
you got to think on, though, on like the doctors, how it's going to affect them mentally. you know I mean, I
Well,
mean, you
to put it down here, let's put it down on this level. Okay. Gouda got sick when I was transitioning from where I was living to Aaron's house before I moved down here. And I took Gouda in, and I knew that when I got him and everything, he wasn't doing good. So I spent some time with him, and then I took him, gave him some food and stuff, and took him in. And yeah, the only thing I didn't like was finding out that he had something that they could drain his lungs and let him have, it could be a day, it could be 4 days, it could be a week. Dude, no. He
Yeah.
looked fucking like Skeletor, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, put him down. The thing that really messed me up with that one was staying with him and watching him kind of like suffer as he was dying because he didn't just go out like they said.
Yeah.
He struggled. He
And
struggled,
yeah. And
and that was rough.
what? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
But that part made it rough. Other than that, if he would have just boop out, sure, that
Who was
wouldn't have
this,
been
Jeff?
nothing. Good
Um.
cat.
Good camp.
Okay, yeah, I remember you told me about Gouda. Yeah.
Like and like same for like my dog. When he got hit by, he was very old. Like he was going deaf in his ears. You had to
Mm-hmm.
literally yell for him to.
Yeah.
And so one morning he got hit by a car. Like his rear legs got hit by a car.
Aw.
And so we actually found where he was, and so basically we were, me and my sister, my old one of my old sister that lives in Michigan now. um we were making the decision how we were going to get him to the barn, at least let him get to the barn. So we got out my sled, and we put him on, and you could tell it was pain because he was whining every time we hit like a rock or something. But we finally got him into the barn. I went to school, and during that time, my brother-in-law came over with
Mm-hmm.
something, and yeah. And so at first I was angry that I didn't have a chance to say goodbye,
Yeah.
but now, like, hearing what Jeff said, how it kind of tore him apart when he was staying there. To me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it make to me, I'm like, well, maybe it was glad that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
May-
Yeah.
may-
Yeah.
and my
Well,
brother-in-law,
it,
my brother-in-law, he hated to do it, but he knew it had to be done, and because he knew that, and he loved the dog just as much as anybody else, because he
see,
was he was a very good dog, but yeah,
that
so
one's
eventually,
kind of like that sounds more like kind of. I understand how you feel about that one because Star, my cocker spaniel that I had when I was a kid, growing up, and I mean we're talking little kid, and I had her all the way into high school,
mhm,
and one day she wasn't feeling good, and I didn't know that, what was going down, but because she always used to sleep in my room with me, and
mhm,
she didn't that night, and I found her underneath the table in the living room, but she peed on the floor, and I stepped in it. I was like, and I saw her under there, and that's normally if she did something bad, that's where she went. I was like, what a bitch, and cleaned it up, took a shower and everything, and got ready for school and took off,
yep,
you know. Well, come to find out, mom noticed she wasn't feeling good. She took her to the vet and found out that she had a tumor the size of a cantaloupe in a cocker spaniel.
yep,
And mom made the decision to put her down. So the last thing I ever said to her was that she was a bitch for pissing on the floor and me stepping in it.
Yeah.
You know.
And my dad, he said he didn't, because my dog, he had uh, this red ball that he loved to play with. I mean, he loved the thing. It was almost hard as a rock. So if you threw it at somebody, it could easily hurt them. But what he would do is basically he would hike it between his legs, and then he would run after it. And so that morning, I don't know, I guess the night before, my dad forgot to tie him up because he probably wandered off somewhere, and so he heard him playing. So he just assumed that he's gonna stay on the property, just keep on playing. And so, but yeah, it never happened. And yeah, I guess he decided to go wandering, and yeah, got hit by a car. And and to this day, I mean, I'm just glad that I didn't you know, have to hear the gunshot. Basically, didn't have to hear
Yeah.
that anything like that. And basically, at the
See, and
time,
that
because
messed with my buddy Brian.
yeah,
Oop,
yeah,
that one messed
and,
with Brian a lot.
and just like how you said, the same way with me. I grew up with this dog, like basically. I mean, yeah, it was from almost like from childhood to adult age. Well, I would say teenage age, because yeah, he I was going to school, so it was during high school. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was, yeah. So
Yeah,
I believe me, I know how it is
yeah,
when something like that happens. Where
yeah.
but
And
now not
I
yeah,
had Gouda since we got married, and then until he went through the divorce. He was basically like the comfort buddy
yep,
through all of it. You
yep,
know, and yeah,
yep. It
13 years.
and to me, now, if that was like, if that was now me pulling the gun now, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
Or if I would have done it, I would know it would messed up with my head so much that it wouldn't have been, I mean, I don't know,
Uh, I
I
think
mean,
uh, I think it can, but at the same time, I don't know.
but here's the thing, I know me, and that would have been
Yeah,
probably that would probably messed me up. So you know, yeah.
that's when you just need to get a cat like this, man.
See, here's the thing. I got bitten by cats though too. So
Yeah, but
there,
see,
there,
I'm trying to pet him, and here he is trying to attack me.
Phoebe, why are you trying to attack your owner? He gives you food and sleep.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care, bro. You're in my space, man. I'm just trying to give
Uh,
you pet. Don't you want loves? Want loves? Yeah, see, Papa just want to pet you and give you loves.
there you go.
Love a key.
He almost looks
Love
like the
it.
cat we had, except the cat we had was tuxedo cat. He had
Yeah.
white white on his chest and white on his paws. Called him Boots, because he looked like he had
Ooh,
was wearing boots.
come here. Come here. Get up here.
Mimi,
Hi,
Mimi.
babe. Hi, Mimi.
He's
Hi,
probably
Mimi.
about ready to go to bed, huh?
Um, no, he normally stays up for an hour or two longer. He
Yeah.
probably wants me to take his food bowl and change it out to some different food. Hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey, hey! You don't have to chew on me. I mean, it wasn't that hard, but still, bro. No, this is my hand.
Yep.
Dude, if you guys could see that face.
It's
Just
amazing
the
though.
face of a killer. Just the face of a killer.
He's like, don't try to touch me again.
Yup.
Um,
I will hurt you bad. I will hurt you bad.
I've tried to give meat to a cat, and the cat bit literally bit me like, and he locked on, and I could feel the
Oh,
bite mark, and he held on, so I had to kick him to finally get him to loosen up.
yeah,
That
don't
that, that
feel.
I went that I went into my little sister, older sister, because it was her cat and at her property. I said, I am never going to feed that damn cat again.
Dude, I got bit by Gouda on my trigger finger,
Yeah,
and I couldn't eat.
yeah,
Uh, because I got all messed up. I went in the hospital because I got cat scratch fever.
yeah,
That shit was crazy, dude. My finger got all fat. I couldn't
yeah,
shoot my gun. And I figured, okay, it's a puncture wound, it'll swell up, it'll go down,
yeah.
whatever. Went to
I
work and everything, and all of a sudden it was like,
yeah.
uh-oh.
My sister, she put some like antibiotics in it. Like she put some spray on it, and then I wrapped it up, and so it never bothered me much. But I think I got still have scars that to prove it that it happened. Maybe it healed up. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'll never feed that damn cat again. I'm sorry, but you know. And here's the thing: I was lowering myself, to toss it to him so he could eat it, and he said, no, let's just go for the bite." And
Yeah,
I don't,
well,
I don't, I don't blame him for him to bite me. It's just I blame him for causing pain, But yeah, but yeah, and people who think that a cat cannot hurt you. Oh yeah, they can. I mean,
yeah, that one I think
just
is funny.
yeah, yeah, and when I looked at it, all I saw was just two little holes. I think he got me with his sizers, I believe. The ones that would
Yeah,
they would cats
canine,
have it? Yeah, they're canine.
canine.
Yeah, it was like the two front teeth, I believe. I think, or the two side teeth of
Yeah,
the
the
canine,
canine.
I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Mimi would never do such a thing, right? You'd be like, yeah, no. Yeah.
Let my hand get tan and I can show you the scars and everything. It's just like in the right light, you can see right here where I got
Yep.
tore up one day. Yeah,
Yep.
it's all scarred up.
But yeah,
Of
man.
course, I try and take this hand off all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one I write with, and unfortunately, it's the one I hurt the most.
But yep, it's man. I must be getting too white. Jeez, I need to go out in the sun more. Get sunburned a little bit easier.
And my light's turned all the way up, and I think it can go down.
Yeah, and that's my computer screen that's
There.
reflecting off of it. I could literally shut these lights off and just have the computer screen lighting me up.
What? And look like this?
Yeah,
Sometimes I
basically,
almost think that would be better for me.
just do that. But they say if you're looking at a device, never in the dark. You gotta have light.
Yeah,
Which
well.
I don't know what kind of bull crap came up with that one, but I'm thinking about
I
maybe.
think it's old school back in the day because of the way the colors were in
Yeah,
the
the box
monochromatic
TVs.
screens and stuff.
Yeah, the two box TVs that everybody think nowadays everybody think they're ancient. The
Hey,
ones
my
that
favorite.
uh,
They all didn't come with the remote. I'll say that.
and
Uh-oh.
oh my goodness, you actually had to go up there and change the channel. Oh my goodness, that
No,
one
you
was
didn't. You told your kid to do it.
well, yeah, but somebody had to go do it.
Right. That was the kid's job.
Yep,
That was the kid's job was to go change channels.
yep,
But then, heck, you'd sit like as a kid, like without just you know,
yeah,
parental involvement. Dude, I can remember some of my friends sitting like less than arm's reach away when TV shows would come on and everything.
yeah,
Us, we had to put our hand to the TV, and our other hand is where we'd have to be about our face.
yep. Well, and think about then all the shows you guys grew up with then too. Things
Oh,
that
dude.
like as a kid, like you as a kid, which is nowadays is considered violent for kids. I'm like, really?
99%. But here's the catch.
You know?
We didn't have Jackass. We didn't have, you know, all these TV shows. We were those TV shows, bro.
Yeah, yep. Like
You
I'm
know, I
pretty sure.
mean,
I'm pretty sure not. Probably kids in your day didn't try to imitate Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Yeah,
no,
that's
but
just
at
that.
the same time, we did do crazy shit.
I'm pretty
Like
sure
I
you
can
guys
remember
did.
being up on top of the monkey bars, and this is literally a metal, basically a Rubik's cube without the panels in it. So it's just a big giant frame of metal. And here we are climbing on this thing. No helmets, no pads, no nothing. On asphalt. And if we fell off and got hurt, we went to the nurse's office. No biggie. It didn't even stop. If somebody fell off and got hurt, dude, kids would still be playing.
Yep. Nowadays they
I
remove the
mean,
monkey. Yeah.
oh, dude,
Nowadays.
they'd have that thing cut down, cemented in. But I can't even say cemented in because they've got rubber pads and wood bark and sand. And the only reason why they got rid of the sand and went to the wood bark is because to keep cats out. But at the same time, if they'd have just had groundskeepers for the parks and schools that would clean up the litter box,
Yep.
then I don't know. I don't like bark, dude. That
Yep.
shit gets in your shoes and in your socks and in your feet, and they like to use redwood, which is really bad for us
Yep.
to get poked with or breathe. Animals still use it for a litter box.
Well,
Um,
but that's the price. That's the price we have to pay nowadays because because they don't want like they don't want boys to grow up like be a man. You know, if you fell
That's
off,
why
you
you
know,
don't.
if you fell off of something, you know, you hit the ground, you cry a little bit, and then move on.
Oh,
You
dude.
know.
Normally, there was times where we were doing shit like it shows. I've seen a couple posts on Facebook with the merry-go-round, and we all used to pack into the center of the merry-go-round and get like 6 or 7 people around it to start spinning it. And you'd get it going faster and faster, and then people would jump on, that were spinning it, and you'd still have a couple people spinning it and stuff. And we'd get that thing going. And I mean, this is kids doing this to each other.
Mhm.
And you'd get it going, and all of a sudden you'd notice everybody'd go. We'd all go
I
flying off the
and
merry-go-round.
yeah, like here's for example, as my childhood, I actually was on a trampoline that didn't have any safety bars.
Yep.
The thing that I could get my both feet in, and the the spring might hit my nuts, and I'd be like, you know,
Oh,
that
dude. Nah.
that that
How
that
about
that
this
that could,
one? Everybody bouncing on it, and one of our friends did do that.
yeah.
Except, here's the bad part: when all of us were bouncing as we went down, the spring expanded. As we all came up, and it launched us off, the spring shrank. And
Oh,
yeah,
I just got the
we
mental image
bounced
of
three.
that one.
We bounced 3 times, bro.
At least mine I slipped and
Before
fell.
he got before he got pulled out of the hole.
Yeah, I've slipped into that, and where like, and I came down pretty hard on the spring because I was jumping and I came down. But
There was a time,
I couldn't imagine if somebody would kept on jumping. Oh my goodness, I'd be
dude.
like,
There was a time when we had our bicycle ramp because, and this sounds so like oaky-ish, but our swimming pool was in the front yard. Okay, so and it was fenced off. The whole house had a fenced off yard up to the garage door, and the length of the garage was where our pool was. And
mm-hmm,
the backyards where we had 2 huge almond trees, some grass for the dogs, and a big old covered patio for dinner and stuff like that. Total
mm-hmm.
cool ass house. And then we had a front yard where our driveway was. And dude, we opened the gate and got it like to where it was open, out of the way and everything. And you could fit a bike through there, no problem. And at this angle that we found, you could ride in, hit the ramp at the fence, basically, and launch yourself into the swimming pool because it was an in-ground swimming pool.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we're sitting there coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. All of a sudden, one of my friends hits his left hand to the fence post, turns sideways, and gets jacked. Not only by the jump, but then barely makes it into the water and smacks his head on the step.
Out.
So we had to
Yeah.
stop doing that. And the parents weren't home at the time.
Of course. Of course,
And
yeah.
and then we got the bright idea to get on top of the posts and jump into the swimming pool. That was good until the tops of them got wet and you slipped and barely made it. And my buddy Aaron, who was my uh, friend Jeremy's baby brother,
Yeah.
basically shredded, had to go home and tell his mom and dad that the tops of his feet were shredded because he fell off his bicycle wearing his flip flops versus taking the rap that we were down at my house dicking off doing shit we weren't supposed to do. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep. It
our friend
almost.
Ryan, our friend Ryan said that he could do a flip off the pool into the pool, you know, and didn't want to do it off the diving board. He wanted to do it off the side.
Oh my goodness.
He did a flip all right and cracked his head right on the cement edge.
I mean, I
That
must admit, I was a little bit of a daredevil when it came with me and my cousins, but that's taking it to a whole new level.
oh, dude, the cousins when we'd go up to Washington, we'd be shooting each other with Red Ryder BB guns,
Yep.
and my aunt found out, so she got pissed. So we got the wise idea because she was like, "You're gonna shoot your eye out." So instead, we grabbed the motorcycle masks and helmets and ran around with those. And of course, I had the World War II uh, helmet from one of my grandpa's brothers. And yeah, we were running around shooting each other through the snow and all kinds of shit. We got in so much trouble as kids.
Yep. There's a whole lot of stupid stuff that I did, but some of the stuff that was stupid that I managed not to do, somebody else did, and I was like, that's why you're not supposed to do that. Somebody got a
Well,
bright idea. Like for this is for an example. So one of my cousins, I'm not sure who it was, but got the bright idea to lick a metal pole during
while it
winter
was
time.
frozen,
It was
they
frozen.
got the idea off Christmas Story.
Well, I don't know. No, don't know why they wanted to do that. It took hot water to get that tongue off, but yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm like,
But
okay, that's why you don't do that, right there.
bro, how about this one? As a kid, like we're talking like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. If I'd have been at your house, living in your room that day that skunk fell down in there, I'd have tried to bring Pepe in the house so I could have Pepe Le Pew as a pet, bro.
Yep.
Straight up.
Oh, can't
I
say Pepe
mean,
Le Pew. Can't say anything about good about Pepe Le Pew now. He's on the
yeah,
cancel
they can
culture
fight
list.
me. They can kiss my rosy white ass.
I don't see anything wrong with Pepe Le Pew. Not even
Same with
Speedy Gonzalez. Speedy
right. I don't
Gonzalez.
understand the whole Speedy Gonzales and shit. I mean, okay, his cousin was a stoner,
Do you know what
and
Gabriel?
that's why he ran around with red eyes, just hey, Speedy, what's up? You know, just,
Yeah,
hey, you going
I
for a siesta?
I
I
love.
mean,
Well, yeah,
okay.
I love what Gabriel Iglesias says. He's Mexican and he's fast. Down in Mexico, that's called job security.
Right. Which I mean, dude,
And here's the thing: it wasn't even the Mexicans who were getting offended by it. It was
right?
you know, no, the some jackoffs that they're like, yeah, we're
Hmm.
offended by this.
Yeah.
I'm just like, seriously, okay, why don't you get offended by something by the Amish?
Oh, they probably
Okay,
will.
give it time, right?
Their horse and buggy were in my way.
Yes, and so is this gun. What you gotta say for? uh,
The hell was that?
what?
That was crazy. Cat's right here with me sleeping, and it's 10:30 at night.
Oh boy. What? Did you hear another cat or what?
Nah, it sounded like somebody smacked either the garage door
Oh, that must
or
have been my
the
chair.
or the screen door.
Because my chair squeaks.
What up, Coyote? How you doing, brother?
Was it like that?
Uh-uh.
Okay.
No, I've got one earphone in.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah.
Probably some raccoon. He's like, Jeff is live. Let's go, let's go torment him.
No.
I don't even know if raccoons are in California. Are they?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Oh
are.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Big ones, or not really?
Dude, you want to hear about some funny shit, and it's funny that Coyote's in here because he'd understand and he'd get a kick out of this. Okay, we're sitting outside of Chico, and our buddy Paul's in the car with us. And Paul gets this idea because we're bored. Hey, let's go get some coons. And it's like, okay, you know, we, let's head out down towards the river, you know. So we haul ass to go get these coons. And we're thinking that, Paul's got some idea, and we're kind of thinking at the same time, because we don't have a gun in the car or nothing. And Paul's like, what's all in the back of the car here? I said, some gunny sacks and stuff. He goes, this will work perfect. And I'm like, okay. And my buddy's sitting here laughing, going, well, Left, you're driving, so you know where we're going. And Paul gets going and he opens the back of the little hatchback, has me pop the switch. So he opens it up and we pull up to this tree, and I'm using the headlights to basically run the coon up the tree. And as the coon's running up the tree, Paul jumps out, runs and grabs the coon and throws him in this burlap bag, and goes and grabs another one and another one and another one, and had two coons per bag. And he's like, all right, let's go back into town. What's up,
Uh
Big Matt? So
oh.
we're cruising into town, and I'm like, bro, just don't let those things come out. They sound pissed. And he's like, oh, I'm not letting them out. And I was like, okay, are we going back to your house then with them or what? What are we doing? And he goes, I'll come up with an idea. He goes, I'll think of something. He goes, I think I got a plan, but I just got to see if they're there. And I was like, okay. So we're cruising down the road, and this one frat house always used to mess with Paul. So Paul fucking tells me, all right, dude, slow down. And he knocked the seat down. ties this bag shut, and takes this bag in this hand still, and they've got a party going. And he goes walking up to the party, and everything, and I see him go walking through the fence, and all of a sudden he's going to the back of the house, and Donald's telling me, he goes, I know exactly what this fool's gonna do. And I was like, what's that? He goes, just wait and watch the front door. I was like, all right. And so I'm sitting there watching the front door. Paul went, opened the back door, shook the coons, let him out of the bag into the house, and then shut the door on him. Locked it from the inside and shut the door. Comes running back into the car. All right, go, go, go.
Oh my
People are
goodness.
piling out the front of this house. And we tear off, and I'm like, so what are we doing with this other bag? He goes, well, if they're having a frat party, he goes, we're going to the girls, the equal of the girls, and doing this too. And I was like, oh, okay.
Dang.
Dude, I let him out, me and Donald. Donald's all sitting there. He goes, you gonna sit here and watch this? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna go sit here and watch this. He goes, are we gonna be parked right here? I said, no, bro. We went down the street with it's pulled over. Paul didn't know where we went. I didn't tell Paul we were leaving.
Yeah,
So
shoot.
I get out. I get out and I'm sitting on the hood of the car. Shut the car off, pulled the keys out, put them in my pocket. Figured, this is the best time is to go walking by. I'll probably meet some chick that comes running out of the house and bumps into me or something. And I light a cigarette. I hear this one chick in there. Look at the baby raccoons. They're so cute. And Paul doesn't come running out. Paul doesn't come running out. And it's like some of the girls come out of the house, but Paul never came out. And it's like Donald and I go walking in there. He's making out with the chick that said that the raccoons were cute. I was like, bro, this totally backfired. But it was funny with the boys because they ran like what little girls were supposed to do.
Too bad. Like YouTube wasn't back, or YouTube wouldn't have been around back then.
Right?
Think about all those great videos.
Oh,
I'd be
dude,
laughing.
there was so much stuff we would have gotten in trouble for, though.
Do you know what was the best part of it? So
Huh.
you and your three other friends are in a car, and and if you have if you need to fart real bad, the smelly kind, what you do is you lock all the make all the windows anti-lock, then just let her rip and watch your friends cuss you out.
Oh,
That
dude, you
that's
know
what
what's
you
even better? You know what's even better is knowing you have to fart like that, where you almost feel like you're gonna shit your pants. And it's winter time. You shut the heater off and you roll down the windows and lock controls. And you let that stomach gurgle and churn, and then you roll up the windows once everybody's pissed off because they're all freezing to death.
oh,
You roll up the windows, turn on the heater, and then just fart and just rip shit, dude. Oh my god.
oh man.
And yes, because you left the windows on lock, once they're up, they're up.
Next thing you know, you have a lot of people cursing at you for letting her rip.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I can guarantee you, the vehicle will never smell the same again.
Mm-mm. No.
Put
Stank
five air
box
fresheners.
is stank box.
Put
It's kind of
five
like
air fresheners.
cigarettes, though.
Yeah. Put 5 air fresheners in there. Still not smelling the same.
Oh, dude.
Shoot.
That's
Yeah, but
one
yeah.
thing. That's one thing about my original car. I wish I still had that thing, even though I know that it would have gone through at least 2, maybe 3 interiors by now. Probably 2.
Yeah.
And this last interior would have been a "we're not smoking in this vehicle." Okay?
Yeah. Um,
Of course, it would have been all back looking like it would have been either all back to original or it would have been something crazy. And I kind of like doing crazy stuff with that car. So
yeah.
I think I would have went just
Type it up,
made
mud.
it look
Oh, I
stock,
mean,
made it look super stock,
yep.
you know.
Yep. And had to pull some fish under a seat in the summer time in my truck, so I got a skunk spray. So I got skunk sprayed for him. And
Yep.
from him. Okay, yeah. Um, yeah. I still think another prank to pull on drunk people is I think I already told this one, but what you do is you cram as many as you can, even if you have to go get a drunk friend, you can do this one, and you know where his
Coyote's
boss
right
lives,
though. Coyote's
or
right though. Right there. Put the skunk spray on the cotton swabs and then stick it in the AC vent.
yeah,
And if you find a fish back there called lutefisk, it's made it's a Norwegian fish. You
yeah,
can do that too. Especially down here, out here in our summertime. You put the
yep,
lutefisk underneath the seat or down in the AC vents. Oh, dude, you want to see some people? It's kind of like surstrumming or whatever.
yep, yep. So what you do is if you have a drunk friend, pick him up and his boss's property, drop him off and tell him he's home, then go into the next driveway and watch the whole thing go down.
Yeah,
And if his boss is a police officer, that's why you should do it.
right.
Sure he'll get some charges, but
I got fired because of you. No, you got fired because of yourself.
yeah. Then do you know what I said? Now what moral have you learned from this story or from this adventure? Don't get drunk.
Always drink
Exactly.
and drive. Always drink and drive.
Yep. So did you ever get fooled by the snipes, Jeffrey?
Snipe.
Go go snipe hunting.
Snipe hunting?
Yeah.
No, because they didn't like what I came back with.
My friend was being an ass, so dropped him off at his house when he got shot. Shoot. Or rights trapping. You can always drop them off at the police station too. Tell them they're home, which technically they are. I mean,
Oh, dude. You just gave me a totally bad thing. Because, I mean,
uh,
okay. Does anybody in here remember there was a YouTube channel a long time ago, and I think dude was Jewish, and he'd go around to like Home Depot and pick up carloads of Mexicans and stuff that were out there to work, and he'd
Oh
take
my.
them to like INS and shit, which is in immigration services, and stuff, and just oh man,
I'm sorry.
but
I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it is too hilarious.
nah, here's the messed up part is to have them work for you, pay them, feed them, get them drunk, and then take them to INS so they don't run away.
Yep. Yep. That's another one. Right trapping. If you have to drive a drunk home, stop by every gas station, act like you're pumping, filling up gas, and ask for gas money. They will pay.
Oh wow.
Trust me, you do not want to make me your designated driver.
Mm-mm.
After once or
Nope.
twice,
Nope. I've watched your driving videos.
well, we're gonna get home fast and furious style. Huh? That would be awesome to have like the Dodge Charger and the Fast and Furious. That'd be awesome.
No way.
I made 500 in a night. Yeah, that's a good way to make
Oh,
immoral money. Let's just say that immoral money because it's not moral to do it. But yeah, who cares?
yeah. Well, we've
Yeah.
all done dumb stuff in
Heck,
our past.
you're looking at a guy who I didn't do it personally, but I know somebody who did shit on somebody's doorstep and lit it on fire. Lit the shit on fire.
Oh, dude, we used to do shit like that all the time, and if we weren't doing it, other kids in the like around the adjoining blocks were doing shit like that. There was
TPing.
one time. There was one time, dude. There was a couple of us doing this, but we were. I don't remember how it started, but one of my neighbors was talking shit one day about the backyard smelling like dog shit. And I'd cleaned it up and it wasn't my backyard, it was the neighbor's house next door to me. So dude kept it up, so I flipped all my dog shit for the next 2 days in his backyard, but to where it looked like it was coming from their fence.
That's good. That's a good that's a good way of getting back at your neighbor.
And it's like, dude, it smells like shit, but it ain't from me, you know.
Well, what would have been more funny though
Because
is
he knew I had a dog, and he didn't like my dog, you know.
what would have been more hilarious though is you filled like a bag full of shit, lit it on fire, and then threw it into his yard. Then become a concerned citizen, go knocking up. Hey! Your backyard's on fire. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you might want to go stamp it out.
Nah, the funniest one is, yeah, I watched one of my friends do that though with the dog shit. And
Yeah.
the messed up thing is I forgot what he gave his dog, but it wasn't. I don't care what you say, that was not dog shit. I don't know what that stinky stuff was, dude, but that did not look like any dog shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
but I want to say he gave his dog like X-Lax or something. But yeah, dude, it was bad, bad. And he put it in a plastic bag inside a paper bag, but he also uh, poured alcohol all over the bag, the paper bag, and soaked the bag, and went and put it on their door and lit it on fire. The funniest thing though is he was running away. I noticed both of his hands got on fire from having the alcohol all over them.
Ooh, I bet
And he
that
was
hurt.
trying to get him out, and he got him out. But yeah, dude. And then he wasn't thinking about hiding. So the people came out and stepped on the dog shit, and my buddy's running down the road.
Damn.
The
Yeah.
rest of us were like 3 or 4 houses down, dying, rolling behind some bushes.
Yeah.
And that neighbor guy came out and saw it. It was all bad.
Yep.
Oh,
I say probably about the most hilarious thing I ever done was TP'd somebody and then go ding dong ditch them
shit.
while yelling
We used
run.
to do stuff like that, doorbell ditch,
But
all
hey,
kinds of stuff like that.
I found the solution if you have a person who constantly ding dong ditches you. What you do is you have
Mhm.
a bucket of water and you wait there, you wait there, you wait there. When you see them coming ready to ding dong ditch, fling up the door, soak them with water, and I guarantee you they will never come back.
Somebody did something kind of like that, but
Don't tell
it
me it
was
was
in
motor
the
spray.
days. It was the days of the electric squirt gun, and he actually had it hooked up to the doorbell.
See,
Because
see,
his door knocker, like the door to the peephole thing, wasn't your standard like one of those glass ones where you gotta look out. It was like this big metal art piece and shit. And it went inside the door, and he stuck the squirt gun barrel right there towards the back where you couldn't see it. But when you pushed the button, instead of ringing the doorbell, it hit the trigger switch and made it zip, 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 zip.
so basically, Home Alone, basically.
Yeah, and I laughed because I was like, dude, that's a great idea. And he goes, you like that? I said, that's fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Or
never rang the doorbell. I always knocked on the door.
we hit the windows. We never hit like the door, but they call it ding dong ditching anyway. I mean, who we were getting Amish Bishop, so we were getting him, and we TP'd his yard. I mean,
No.
we made it look fine, and then we knocked on the windows so fast, and then we got into my buddy's Jeep and got the heck out of there. They said, I never saw you run so fast. And I'm like, hey, part of the thrill, because I was still a teenager, and I was still afraid of getting into trouble. But I was like, who cares?
And that's
Yep,
fact.
that
I
is
talked my,
facts.
I talked my little brother into doing it, trying it one time.
Shit.
Kid could fart. And I mean, he shot a fireball. It was probably about that far. 2 foot fireball. Green. Yeah.
Yep. I remember I remember one of my friends, he took an ice cube and he was trying to get his brother up, and he got his ice cube, put it down his back, and just wait. All of a sudden, he just heard the brother was up.
Oh, dude, we used to go. We had one of my friend's brothers was a total ass, and we'd go and dip his hand, take a bowl with warm water, and put his hand in it and shit like that. And then when
Yeah.
we got older and he moved out, we had an extra room in the house basically to where we turned that over to where when we wanted a sleepover, all of us neighbor kids would come over there and watch DVDs and movies and play Atari and shit,
Yeah.
And whoever fell asleep got written on, or,
Yeah.
like if you fell asleep with your shoes on, you got drawn on. If you fell asleep first, your hand was probably put in warm water, so you'd pee. Yeah, we'd do all kinds of shit. We taped my buddy's mouth shut one time because he was snoring.
Hey,
Oh
if you
God.
ever want to cure somebody who's snoring, do that. It's funny when they're trying to move their mouth. I'm joking. I'm only kidding. You should never do that stuff, children.
This better not be for kids anyways.
Well,
It's too late for them.
yeah. Nowadays, what is the thrill they get nowadays? Saying offensive stuff online. That's about the
What it looks
kick.
like.
Get the kick out of that.
Yeah, that's about what it looks like, is that's the new
Bunch.
rage, which is really stupid.
I'm like,
But
yeah.
this generation behind ours is not really, yeah.
Um, I mean, if you go in and go in that, probably ask a kid today to go TP somebody, and you gave him a toilet
Oh,
paper, he
dude,
would be
it's
like,
a crime now.
not
Back
in
in the day,
Indiana.
dude, back in the day out here, your parents might have got told by the person's, especially if it was on the neighborhood street that you lived on and you guys were the only kids, you kind of made it obvious, kind of a point. But dude was a dick. So, uh, it was kind of weird, because yeah, our parents got told, but then we had to go clean it all up, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like now they find the parents or something like that, and a parent can either go to jail or the kids can go
What?
to juvenile hall or some shit like that. And it's
Which
actually
that?
now like
Which?
destruction of property.
How can that be
When
destruction of property? Seriously, come on. If you're just flinging it
the
up on
only
the
part,
tree,
right, I was gonna say the only time it could really get into like destruction of property is if you threw eggs or something on car paint
exactly.
and
But
caused the dude to get a new paint job. Other than that, I don't see how TPing a person's front yard should be destruction of property. But
heck,
because there are so many whiny Karens in California and places like that, and it's getting worse everywhere because people are leaving California because Karen's not getting her way or nobody gives two fucks. So
yep.
they
But
get want to go control somewhere else. But yeah, it's because she had to pay somebody to clean it up.
well, clean
So
it up yourself. Yeah.
bingo, bingo.
I mean,
But then it cost me my time and mental anguish and shut
I'm
up,
gonna tell you
Karen.
I'm gonna tell you a true story. Back in my old house, we got TP'd. guess who had to go out there and clean it up? Me and my younger brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kids.
Oh yeah, because and I have strong suspicion it was one of my buddies who did it, but I'm just like, I to this day I have no clue who did it, but I have strong
Hmm.
suspicions who did it. But
You did
yeah,
it. You
no,
did it. You and your younger brother were out drinking behind the shed and got the bright idea to take the family toilet paper and string it through the yard.
no, that wasn't that. No, that could never have been me. But anyway,
Oh,
but I remember this one cousin. So me and my younger cousin, we we were actually planning to go TPing. I we were, and we got some good Amish people, and one of them we nearly got caught, but yeah, it was just a guy coming to use the phone shack. But anyway, that's besides the point. So my cousin, she claims that they never got TP'd, and she started bragging about this, and we're like, me and my other cousin were like, okay, yeah, sure, let her brag. And one night we decided to slip out on our mopeds, take about, I think it was about 12 rolls of toilet paper. We decorated that. We decorated those bushes, and then we got caught by Amish bikers going by. So we had to. I mean, seriously, when I heard it, I went boom. Since I was wearing all black, I just went boom, and I got it. And then they said, "Well, it looks like somebody got TP'd." Me and my cousin were like, we were just dumb teenagers, and I was the older one, and I should have been the more responsible one, but unfortunately,
yeah, whatever.
yeah, we all did.
Yeah, whatever.
We did this. Yeah, in total we had 72 rolls of toilet paper that we in a 2 night period we did some some decorating. Oh man, yeah. And then my aunt and uncle didn't find out about it, about their being TP until about like 4 or 5 years later. I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
by the way, did you guys find out who TP'd you? They're like, no. And I'm like, well, I can't tell you who it is. Was that you and your cousin? I'm like, I'm not saying. And I'm like, yeah, it
Hmm.
was fine. Finally, I confessed up. But at that time, I was older, so they're like, yeah, it was pretty funny. So they were all cool, whole thing about it. But point of the story is, don't brag about it, or else. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
Now,
Right?
nowadays, I'm like, yeah, you brag about that. As I'm like, oh, my house got TP. Okay,
Oh, dude.
I'll get a bunch of uh, I'll get a bunch of school friends
I kn-
around to go TP.
I knew a bunch of people that would do that, and that's how a lot of it happened.
Yep.
You know, nobody
Actually,
could TP our house, and it's like, but
and
then,
if you really look at it, it's actually a skill to get that toilet paper to fling up on the trees. Get it to stay up
yeah,
there. Because I've had it
yeah,
where I had it where it did not want to stay up in the trees, and I totally missed the tree. But yeah,
yeah. Well, here's what's funny is, if you did that with colorful paper and everything to somebody's birthday party or something, they'd think that was excellent.
yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
what we right we rate we rate a pathway with sand rate, and when they tried to chase us, they were oh, ouch. That sounds, yeah.
Oh
That's
man,
that's supposed to be rake.
yeah.
I was like, how can you do that to a pathway? But
We
yeah,
used to do shit like that. We had
but
one place. we had a fort built down in this ditch, and the way
Oh, wrap.
in,
We wrap a pathway with
yeah,
sand
oh
wrap.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it makes like a tripwire.
Yeah. Actually,
We did that
right shipping. Um. So
right strapping.
right
Right
strapping. Sorry.
strapping.
Sorry. I can't
Sometimes he
pronounce
might
that.
be.
Anyway, one of my TPing trips. I'm glad you brought it up. We saw that there was two trees. One was on the other side of the road, and there was another one. So what we did, we took toilet paper, or not toilet paper, paper towels. We went out on the road. We wrapped it around both trees until we had nothing, and then we came around with toilet paper and did the same thing. And so to this day, I don't know if they if a car came by and saw it in time, because yeah, next time we saw that out there, it was crashed through. I don't know who did it, but yeah, just call me Coyote. Okay, Coyote. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, we've done stuff like that. The worst one was uh, down in San Diego when I was living down in a neighborhood there. People used to drive fast, so we literally took the lava rock all over our yards and raked it out into the street. And when I say raked it out into the street, dude, we fucking packed that road to where
uh,
it was bad. It was bad because there was a good 2 inches in the drive, like, you know,
yeah,
in the road, easily 2 inches, you know. And
yeah.
if you came driving down there and hauling ass, dude, you'd hit that and it just, oh, dude, it sounded like hell. And we'd laugh and giggle because people just slow down. What the fuck? You know, and so we're just sitting there like giggling. But when I moved to Jones Valley, it got worse, dude. We used to throw eggs off the hill
Yep.
at cars coming by, and I fucking bounced a ping pong or a golf ball off a pink Cadillac's hood one time.
I bet the owner was so forgiving about that.
Dude, he was pissed.
I I was being sarcastic there.
Oh, I know.
Well, I could see that too
Yeah.
if I was imagining I was like in a, I don't know, Bugatti, and somebody did that. That's like $3,000 to repaint that, maybe
Oh,
even
dude, just
more.
yeah. Like I said, dude, there was times we did dumb shit.
Yep.
It was bad enough when we'd get the newspapers, and when we were working for the newspapers, everybody had to get the Wednesday paper. Well, one of my buddies decided his side of town wasn't getting the Wednesday paper, so and these things at the time maybe have been 15 pages of newspaper, so not very thick. But he
Yep.
decides to roll them up and roll them up and roll them up and roll them up and roll them up into this long ass staff, basically, and wraps it with uh, saran wrap and goes over to one of our other paper uh, boy, one of the other guys that did papers, and cracks him right over the back of the head with it. And they start fighting, like warring. That staff got split in half, dude. They ended up beating the fuck out of each other with these sword looking like things, dude. And I mean, I'm sitting there just dying laughing, like, fuck you guys. I ain't getting involved. I ain't fucking around. And those two fools, dude, oh my god. One ended up becoming a lawyer, and the other one is, yeah, a lost cause.
Yeah, he probably ended up in prison or what?
Nobody should. For, for some of the shit that he's done, yeah, he should be behind bars.
Yep. Yeah.
But somehow he's always got away with it, which is
Now,
fucked up.
nowadays the prank is you try to donate bait the cops. Wait until a cop car comes by and throw the fishing with like the bag of donuts. Throw that out on the middle of the road and try to reel them in. One cop said he's a vegan.
Yeah, I saw those videos. I laughed. Of course, I've had cops not be so funny about that either, though.
Why? I
Because
mean,
this one cop in Reading, dude, every morning I used to come into town. I was coming home from work. I'd been working all night.
yeah.
And I come home and I was on my way. I'd stop over at the donut shop and wait till they opened up, get my fresh donuts and some fresh chocolate milk. And I'd go home and have chocolate milk and donuts and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Then this cop started fucking with me because I rolled out of there with my lights off one morning. It's downtown. This shit's lit up like daylight, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he came and, oh, and I just decided I was kind of in a pissy mood. And I said, you want this? Did I get the last one? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. I thought he was going to pull me out of the car.
Uh.
And I knew right then and there it could have been one of those videos,
Yeah. My
but then
I'm thinking about if I ever am if I ever have to be in a traffic stop ever again, I'm gonna say, hey, do you have something that I can connect my phone to real quickly to the stereo? They say yeah. Bluetooth it. Go in to get the theme song for cops. Crank that baby up loud, cause guess what? We're on the when the cop comes over and says, "Shut it off!" Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought we were on the. I thought we were on the TV.
dude, I've seen some stupid stuff, but then I laughed. This one guy got a ticket for speeding, and the cop, like, dude, pulled into the shop and got to the shop, shut his stuff off, shut his truck off and everything. And the cop's like, what the fuck? Kind of like surprised, like, where did you bring me? What is this place? And sees one of the trucks and it's like, everybody's got the stereo on and they're like, did you come for the stereo? And they're all, no, this dude was speeding. He goes, oh, okay. And then he goes, well, when you get done with him, you want to listen to a stereo? And the cop's all, sure. Climbs into this dude's truck, dude. And it's just like, what the fuck? Because when it hits hard. And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you could see him just kind of like on a couple times where he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was dying laughing. And some of the cops out where you live, they want to see that shit.
Yeah. My some cops can be funny cops, but
Yeah.
or I would love to try to do this, but I'm actually kind of afraid to do this one. Traffic stop. Cop comes up and says the normal shit. You know why I pulled you over? Say this. Your girlfriend finally told you about me. Yeah, she was over at my house last night, and guess what? She loved it.
Shit. Dude, one of my favorites for the cops was in the Dunsmuir scales. I would haul packages to them, in and out, all kinds of shit. And I used to realize that I was hauling their payroll because I'd get this bag every like twice a month, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd have to deliver it, and it was a gold delivery and stuff. So I'd deliver it, and I walk in there, and this one dude's always looking like eager, like, ooh, which I figured out, oh, okay, it's got to be something like payroll. So I said, oh, checks are here. And all the guys are like, how do you know? I said, cuz. I said, but this day, and, I've been doing that for a while, I was like, checks are here. And they're like, kind of like, And one day I walk in, this dude's looking eager, like he's got to pee or something. And when he sees me, he looks like a puppy, for the first time, just all excited and shit. And I was like, yeah, the bag's pretty light, bro. I don't think your check's in this one. he's like, oh, those aren't our paychecks, and not trying to play it off and shit. I was like, yeah, whatever. I said, they forgot yours. Bro, the
See,
fucked up thing was, they actually forgot his paycheck.
see, yeah.
Dude, I
See,
died laughing. And from then on, I knew I'd fuck with him every once in a while. He's like, man, you need to stop that shit because you've already got it to where I've missed 2 paychecks. And it's like, nuh-uh. And he goes, yeah. He goes, my wife's kind of getting pissed about it. And I was like, all right, well, my bad. So then
what you
I'd
should have.
bust his balls. I'd bust his boss's ass about it. And then he told me who his wife was, and I was like, oh. And so I'd go over there and deliver their paychecks first. Yeah, his is in the bag today. I made sure, and shit like that. And she
Yeah.
asked me one day, she goes, are you seriously opening and looking through our shit? And I was like, no.
No. You,
You coming up
well,
here,
one,
help me.
one,
We'll be gone in April.
one,
Oof. I don't know.
one day you should have came in and said, donuts are here.
No, I used to ask his wife. I was always like, hey, you guys got any food? Any munchies? Where's the stash of donut? Coffee? Chocolate milk? Something? And this one younger kid, he was working there, and I said, he's not old enough. I said, okay, where's the stash of chocolate milk? And dude looked at me like he wanted to take my ass out back and kick it for making the reference that he was young enough to drink chocolate milk. And she started laughing, and she's all, when I'd come in, she's all, hey, Brandon, your chocolate milk's here. Shit like that. That's not funny. Yeah, it is. How you doing, Brandon? You're not funny. And I walked in one day, and I actually brought him chocolate milk.
Yeah. Or if you really want to mess up the cops,
What?
you know, make sure it's like in the evening. Get pulled over, and the cop says, "You know why I pulled you over? Because I'm Mexican. Hola, señora, cómo estás?"
Because I'm a black man.
Because Gabriel Iglesias, he got pulled over by a cop, and the cop came up all hard, and he's, you know why he pulls you over? And he said, because I'm black. Yeah, cuz was cop was like,
That's
he said the
funny.
cop came with a flashlight and looked in. He's like, get the hell out of here. Shoot, that
No, I haven't heard of that. Is it a town?
have you heard of
All right.
Bleed Wet? Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out of
Look,
here. So,
yeah.
yeah, nice talking with you, and have a good night. And I'm
All right,
thinking about
brother.
getting. Yep. See you later. Bye,
All right.
everybody in chat.
Like, I will in just a bit. Okay. Oh, meow. Meow. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get off here and check it. So I think it's 11 o'clock already. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. Brr. What? What? Where? You want Dad to turn on the heat? Or you want some new foods? You want new foods, huh? Right now? Yeah. You'd love some new foods. Alright, Cody. Okay. I'll have to check into that. Hopefully, if some things work out and I can get the truck up and running. And yeah. So I'll talk to all y'all later. Peace. Have a good night. God bless. Remember the vets. Thank them for their service. Because we're not like Sweden, and they don't have to go. So, like Coyote says, God bless. Please keep military, veteran, and first responders in your prayers. PTSD is not a joke. No, it's not. Never give up, never surrender, by the grace of God. Amen to that. So, much love, and we will see y'all later. And have a good night. Be out. You want to say good night? Want to give them loves? Mimi says good night.